I'm going to start off with a briefing of who Kirsten actually is, and then we're going to go through some of the illnesses that she proclaims to have, and then she did say she had that, yes. And then we're going to go through some of the issues that she says she has, and then we're going to go through a couple of videos back and forth. Just videos that thankfully these exposing pages have done most of the hard work for me, which is an absolute fucking bonus. Big up, thank you. So luckily enough, that most of them have already clipped everything together just to prove her fucking lies, and I'm living for it. Oh, great JW for the fucking galaxy! You little legend. So, shall we get on with it? Evening, I hope you're all alright. Right, so as I said, it's not so much about the names up here. If anyone wants to know the name, it's just here in the tag, in the sticker. But yeah, this is more exposing Kirsten for being a fraud. So obviously, as some of you will know, or some of you might have heard of Kirsten, some of you might not have. Have you heard of her? Have you not? Have you only heard of her recently? Have you heard of her for a while? So some of you have, some of you ain't. She's blocked you. Yeah, well, luckily enough, I've got her on a fake account and I follow her. She's accepted me. So you've heard of her a lot. Some of you have, some of you ain't. Right, so just a bit of a background of Kirsten. So she's 24 years old, believed to be telling a few porkies about some of the illnesses that she's got. Now, I'm not going to dispute every single illness, but I am going to dispute most of them, that's for sure, because most of them are absolute cack. And the videos will show this for themselves. So, I mean, this is all for you to make your own mind up. I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't do. You all make your own mind up and you go from there on. That's all it is. But like I say, it's more exposing her for being the fraud is what I'm about today. So she's 24 years old. She's been telling a few porkies over her illness. In 2011, she was diagnosed with anorexia. So she had an eating disorder. Which we are going to read the article just for those of you that want to read it. Let me flip over there. The polls, just keep an eye on the polls. They will just constantly be going up. Right, so I'm going to go into the Kirsten Cunningham. So, right, let me get the article up. So, Kirsten Cunningham. Right, so this was the article that we've seen quite a few articles, to be fair, but this was one of them. So I'm going to flip the camera just so we can kind of read it together. Oh, what have I done? There we go. Right, let me just make sure my phone's on D&D. Yep, it is. Right, so this is Kirsten Cunningham. Hold on, let me just make sure it's her. Claire, yeah, it is, yeah. Right, so this is the right article. I was just making sure I had the right one up, that's all. Right, so as you can see this article here, we feel she's been sent there to die. Parents battle for anorexic life. Now, don't get me wrong, she does have this. I'm not going to dispute that. However, I just want you to take note of this picture and how there's no tubes or nothing like that for videos that are later on coming. So the parents of a young woman with an eating disorder have said they are fighting the country's embattled mental health trust to save their daughter's life. Kirsten Cunningham was diagnosed with anorexia in 2011, aged 11, after suffering a bout of chronic fatigue syndrome. The devastating disease saw the Fakenham schoolgirl hospitalised in multiple out-of-county units, forcibly tube-fed for 2 years, and at one point bandaged head to toe. Don't know why sorry, that went really blurry then, didn't it? But after the Northampton-based charity St Andrew's Healthcare removed the 19-year-old's anorexia diagnosis in 2016, her parents have said it has become an endless battle to get her life-saving help meds that she needs. A spokesperson for Norfolk and Suffolk's NHS Foundation Trust, the only mental health trust in the country to be placed in special measures, said they would investigate the family's concerns. Miss Cunningham, currently an inpatient at a hospital, Wavendy Ward, suffered an eating disorder in November 2018 and began refusing fluids a week ago. Her mother, Claire Cunningham, said, "We believe she's not medically fit enough to be on the unit she's on. She can't even walk. She's asleep most of the time because she just has no energy. I fear she will go into a coma in the next few days because she's not getting treatment." Now, for the statement's a bit odd, you know. I'll tell you for why. We don't want her to be one of those stories of being let down to losing her life. We feel she was sent there to DIE. Miss Cunningham is under the care of the Children's Family and Young People's Services. Her mother said she is under a consultant there who sees her probably every 4 or 5 months for about half an hour. As soon as we mention an eating disorder or anorexia, we get shut down. Because she hasn't got a diagnosis, no one will help her. So the doctors, these are professionals that have already told her a diagnosis are no longer a thing. It's not what she's proclaiming it to be. And it says here, Miss Cunningham was admitted to hospital last Sunday and her parents were told she would be referred to an eating disorder unit. Well, that's where most people go if they've got something like that wrong with them. But her parents say that the referral was blocked. By their daughter's community psychiatrist and was sent back to Helston on Wednesday, February the 13th, where staff are not trained in tube feeding, leaving them devastated. She was then sent to the Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital on Friday, 15th of February for rehydration and sent back to Helston the following day. Miss Cunningham said the doctor told her, Kirsten, we've done all we can for you. We have spent enough time on you already. The only thing we'll do is place a tube through your nose into your stomach and send you back to Helston to deal with you. She added, we're fighting as hard as we can to get her help. She can't get out of bed. We're not supposed to go in her room anymore. She just collapses in our arms and passes out. And it says, now she's 18. They're saying she can make her own decision. Why is her life less important? Mr. Cunningham, her dad, which I believe is her biggest enabler, may I add, Mr. Cunningham said their daughter was transferred to St Andrews in 2014 against our wishes and had numerous letters of complaint, but the family were told she could be tube-fed there. He claimed it later emerged only one nurse was trained in feeding technique and that Miss Cunningham was at one point left for 3 days without nutrition. Miss Cunningham's parents' concerns come just after weeks after a father of a 19-year-old who died 10 weeks into her first term at university. She said it's hard to believe that there were still shortcomings in the care provided, in the care services provided by the services who were supposed to be looking after her. It's a lengthy article. I do apologise. It's a lot of reading, this one, people. So it says a spokesperson for St Andrews Healthcare said, we support vulnerable people and have a duty of care, which we take very seriously. An important part of this is respecting patients' confidentiality. For this reason, we never comment on whether someone is or has been a patient at St Andrews Healthcare. Diane Hull, NSFT chief nurse, said due to the patient confidentiality, it was not appropriate for the trust to comment via the media on individual cases or concerns. She said, at NSFT, we fully support people raising any concerns that they may have about our services directly with us, and we investigate every complaint. I have therefore phoned the patient's mother and have arranged to meet her at Helston Hospital. I want to discuss with her family the concerns so that we can investigate on her behalf. A spokesperson for NNUH said, we are sorry to hear about Kirsten's recent admission to the NNUH and her family's concern about the way her discharge from hospital was handled. We'd be happy to talk to Kirsten and her family if they have any concerns. I don't want to lose another daughter. The mother of 19-year-old Kirsten Cunningham has said the battle to save her daughter's life has been made harder by the loss of her eldest child to a brain tumour at just 12 years old. Now, this is very relevant, that bit, so just keep that in your minds there. Kirsten Cunningham's eldest daughter, Rebecca, died in 2005 after being diagnosed as a 7-year-old. After being diagnosed as a 7-year-old, Miss Cunningham said, This is why we're so fighting so hard for Kirsten, because there was nothing we could do to change Rebecca's diagnosis or prognosis, but there was more than that could be done to save Kirsten's life. Hold on, let me just move that there. Sorry, Pat. But there's more than that could be done to save Kirsten's life. I'm passionately trying to save her. I don't want to lose another daughter. The charity Rebecca's Wishes that the family have founded in her memory has gone to raise more than £150,000 and help more than 65 children since its launch after the death. Rebecca founded the charity with her £250 savings to help other children with life-threatening illnesses live out their dreams. Anorexia deaths in our region, and it's just got a bit of about a few people there. which you don't really need to see, but that's pretty much the end of that article, right? So we're not going to dispute that Kirsten doesn't have this. Well, okay, she has been diagnosed since that she doesn't have this. I just want to add that, like, since 2016, they've said basically it's not as bad as you're making out. Like, you're free to go, your eating disorder. So, obviously, from there on, as I've just read the article for you, so obviously now Kirsten's illnesses have raised questions as to what is real and exactly what is not. And actually, is this physical or mental health, with Kirsten sending the tube community, the epileptic community, into absolute uproar with her false information, her false medical advice. A lot of these communities have been calling her out over the past month, 2 months, maybe even longer than that, you know. But her illnesses conclude of these things that she says she has, and there probably is more somewhere. So it's an eating disorder, FND, epileptic seizures, lupus, and EDS. Now, if you don't know what FND is, it's basically a functioning neurological disorder, which is a neurological condition in which how the brain networks work, rather than the changes in the brain structure itself. Physical symptoms of FND can be serious, but cannot be explained by the changes in the brain structure. Right? So let's just go to the Kirsten Cunningham files. Let's go into the Kirsten files here. The charity's finances don't add up, so they're being investigated in case... Sorry, can I see that? Oh, there it is. In case you didn't know, good. I'm glad they're being investigated, to be honest with you. I'm absolutely fucking glad. So, obviously, Kirsty... So, this is one of her illnesses, FND. So, before I get onto the FND, so she had a fundraiser not long ago. I just want to point that there. This was the fundraiser. Now, she actually ended up getting this wheelchair. It got closed down because she only got £10 donated. But one person did actually give her all the money to buy this. So she did. Yes, well, sort of, if you could call it a streamer, scammer, con eyes. But she did actually get this for a new chair. Now, why does she need a wheelchair? Well, Kirsty claims that she's paralysed, but we'll get to that later down the line. So this is Kirsty's FND claims, and this, thank fuck to this page, and big up secret_haven, because this is who was shouting out for this video, and a couple of these videos actually. But we're just going to listen, and then these are a video from her own page, and then a recent recording from her live.
It's on my old account. No, it's not. And if it is, it's probably years old, but it's probably edited, guys, please. Like, I literally have not got FND, and I'm saying this right now, I don't have FND. I've never been diagnosed with it. How do I deal with EDS play and edited video on your own
Kirsten,
account?
sorry.
I don't have a video on my own account saying I have FND. I have no idea. I don't understand all of this technology crap, to be quite honest.
Kirsten Cunningham, yep.
I don't even know what FND is. I don't really.
My legs is a relatively new diagnosis called functional neurological disorder. So basically, it's hard to explain because it's medically, there's nothing wrong with my legs. It's the synapses and the neurons and the communication in my brain to do with the organs, well, not my organs, but the movement of my body is not sending the right signals, if that makes sense. So my brain is not able to link with my legs and tell my legs to move. So I'm physically having to use my hands and my arms.
Right, so just in case you didn't catch the first bit, let me just play the first bit back to you.
It's on my old account. No, it's not.
Ready?
And if it is, it's probably years old, but it's probably edited, guys, please, like.
Right, it's probably years old. It's probably edited.
But it's on our own account.
But now let's fast forward. This was Kirsten's account. There's the timestamp, 2022. the 1st of the 10th. Well, there's a timestamp, her TikTok, and it's her old TikTok. Let me just unblock that fraudulent exposure one. I know who they are. They're cool. They're all right. Sorry, I should have clarified that one. So yeah, she says obviously she doesn't have FND, and this was a recent recording. What you see at the beginning here. Let's go here. This is a recent recording. This is only of the last few weeks or so, and as we know, she says she's never had it. It's clipped. It's edited. It's AI. I agree. Whoever's just said that a mouse moving, so she must be lying. So. That's her debunked about saying she has FND, right? So, now with the FND, so obviously that's a functioning neurological disorder, right? So that affects your muscles and all that sort of stuff, I imagine. Am I correct? Or roughly? But not only that, so on quite a few occasions, she has stated that she has been tube fed all her life. Now, I just want to revert back to that article. She's been tube fed all her life. I just want to revert to this because there's even videos of her eating. You can search this. I took that bit out of videos of her eating, but you can find them. But where's any tubes or anything like that shows me that you've been tube fed all your life in this article from 2019. So I'm sure if you was tube fed all your life, you'd probably have a tube now. And if you're tube fed, surely you shouldn't really be eating, no? Because that's the whole point of being tube fed. No? So there's no tubes there. So, right, so straight away, she didn't have FND in this article, did she? With all these problems? No? She's changed her name since being called out. And listen, we will follow her around the app until she's fucking gone. Let me tell you that. And we're good at it. So yeah, so there's the thingy. So now there's a couple of posts here. Let me just try and get them in order. Right. So this is a TikTok post from 2023. So we go to, right, so they're all 2023. This is good. Right, let me just get that photo up. Right, so here. Tube Feeding Awareness Week. I've been tube fed for the past 3 years by an NJ. Right, you can see that's Kirsten's writing. Yeah, again, Kirsten's account. This white writing ain't hers. This is Secret Haven's writing. But she stated she's only been fed for 3 years. You can see that, yeah. Again, timestamp, Kirsten's old account. Because, you know, we like to put it all together, don't we? Because, like I say, this is more about her being a fraud and using these ways to fraud people. Right, now we're going to go on to the next post. I went in with a BMI of 18.2 and now I have a BMI of 15. They sent me home on the same NJ feed plan, and as nothing has changed. They pushed me out the door with the excuse of we have too many patients in A&E that need your bed, so I had to come home and I hadn't had my next iron or potassium infusion. And it says, sorry, just a rant. I think some may have may similar or relate in some ways. I have the nasal tube for over 15 years and I'm unfit for surgery, but this just isn't working anymore and I'm at my wit's end. Sorry, there's my mods. Be careful, mods. Don't say anything you shouldn't. Sorry for moaning, my lovelies. This just feels like it's judgment free. Right, so we've gone from 3 years in 2022 to 15 years. Right, now we're going to go to another post. 2023 November. Hello, my lovelies. Been on free drainage, NG and NJ fees for nearly 20 years now. We have tried PEG/J and an RIJ, all of which my body has rejected, even with different brands of tubes. So she's a high anaesthetic, Chris. Right, so which one is it, Kirsten, babe? Is it actually a tool? Is it 3 years? Is it all your life? Is it 15 years? Or is it 20 years, babes? Which one is it? Which one is it?
Power.
Go on, yeah, do you know what? Whack a fucking power. Do you know what I mean? Which one is it, Kirsten? Because I'll tell you what I'm going with. Absolute fucking none. Absolute none. You're nothing but a fraud, for a start. And do you know what? It's a shame because when you're a liar, you have to be a good storyteller because you have to keep up on those lies. And unfortunately, this thing fucking can't. So that's debunking its drainage tube. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the drainage tubes because I don't overly know too much about them. But like I say, I believe one's like a feed goes down the esophagus, and I think one's like enters the stomach. Maybe I don't 100% know. But let's go on to the next bit. Now, she also says that she has epileptic fits or non-epileptic fits, which have occurred on live, as we have all seen. But I don't know about you, you can't tell me in any way they were seizures whatsoever. I mean, her eyes were fully focusing on comments, which we'll get to that video in a second. And she was also talking on live about taking a diazepam as like a rescue med, basically, for her seizures. And she didn't even know what amount of diazepam she was meant to be on. Now, they wouldn't be prescribed as seizure rescues for straight up, end of story. And if anything, if that was prescribed, it would have been a rectal. It wouldn't have been a pill, it would have been a rectal one. Also, she shouldn't be administrating this shit herself, and it should be a health professional by any standards. And thank you, Joe. And you would only administer this if seizures are normally more than, let's say, 2 to 5 minutes roughly. And a 30-gram diazepam would not be prescribed once or twice a day to prevent seizures. And we also, Kirsty, we also know that you're using your mods to buy all these equipment, aren't we? And you're buying them yourself off the internet. And we know that for a fact. But that last bit of that statement, by there, may I had come off a proper health professional, which I had their number, I was allowed to look up. I am keeping the person totally private because it's a job. But I have spoken to him on a personal level. So that's how I know that bit. So obviously she's like faking seizures and stuff like that. So let's go to the seizure, shall we? Shall we have a look at the seizure? This is the seizure.
Let's see.
Should be flat on her back constantly, exactly. Oh, there you go, it's over. Look, right as rain, reading all comments, taking all note. Eyes are fully focused. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if this was actually from pumping her body with shit that she doesn't need.
I really need to come off.
This is it, season. This is 8 minutes long. Let me just fast forward the fucker. This is 8 minutes long. Just to show you, look, it's 8 minutes long. That's 5 minutes, 8 minutes. But that's its seizure. Yeah, exactly. During this, she's focusing on them all. Need to add conditions: HED, arthritis, epilepsy, non-epileptic seizure, and lupus. Well, we have added that, but we will get to we're kind of on the epileptic one now. So anyway, that's basically pretending to have a seizure. Now, let me just go further down. Is that the same one? This is where she says she has epilepsy. And that no meds work.
My epilepsy is resistant, lovely. So it's not necessarily that I'm resistant to the medication. My epilepsy is just too severe.
You guys will spot the contradictions yourself.
Grams. So yeah, it's kind of drug resistant. It's hard. I don't know. It's any treatment resistant. So like, even if it wasn't necessarily medication and there's another option, they still don't think it would necessarily help. But yeah, epilepsy is just it's the devil itself. I swear. It's ruined my life in so many ways. Like, it's
Someone
made me paralysed. So literally, the past 2 years, I've become paralysed from it after an IT.
I will play this video again, so you guys will be able to
it's had a lot of an impact on my life that has not been so handy or great, and very not appreciated either.
We put her this
But yeah.
Right, so just so you can hear it again.
Epilepsy is resistant, lovely. So it's not necessarily that I'm resistant to the medication. My epilepsy is just too severe for medication to be able to treat it. I had 2.4 grams, so yeah, it's kind of drug resistant. It's hard, I don't know, it's any treatment resistant. So like, even if it wasn't necessarily medication and there's another option, they still don't think it would necessarily help. But yeah.
She does the NG tube herself.
The devil itself. I swear. It's ruined my life in so many ways. Like, it's made me paralysed. So literally, in the past 2 years, I've become paralysed from it after an ITU admission.
I know, it's not a lot of people.
So yeah, it's had a lot of an impact on my life that has not been so handy or great, and very not appreciated either. But yeah.
Right, so now obviously you guys that have had seizures and stuff like that, what do you make of that one? But nothing seems to work for her. But just bear in mind, this is a woman that has to be fed through a tube and she can't eat or drink like the normal stuff.
Don't know, a little bit. Like, they're crunchy, but they also slightly melt in your mouth. I've had them a couple of times because they are quite a good drainable food. But yeah, still never properly stayed. But anyway, yeah, it's fine. The enjoyment pleasure counted. Yeah, literally.
Huh? Excuse me? What's that? Why have you got that? Have you got that?
Never heard of cheese and onion, but I think the old ones used to be cheese and chive and changed to cheese and onion. I'm not sure.
Huh?
Yeah, I know they do.
Why you got that?
I don't chew and spit only because I'm not advised to. I'm not advised to because I have a few swallowing issues at the moment. We're not sure what's going on.
Yes.
So that's why I'm only on the thin liquids. So people say to chew and spit. I would happily do it, but it's actually just about, about safety of if I did swallow anything. Yeah, I get you. Gobble gobble, don't blame me, darling.
It's always drinking Monster.
You know
She's been eating as well.
I'd probably forget to spit it out. I'd just want to swallow it and then I'd be violently ill or it wouldn't swallow properly. So that would be... That's why I have the tubes, is because of gastroparesis. Nothing to do with the actual swallowing side. But yeah. So my tube goes directly into my intestines because of my ruined stomach that's been ruined since birth, so it's been...
But there's been videos of you eating gummy bears and God knows what. And can we just point out, look, I want to point out in this, remember, she's meant to be paralysed.
About safety of if I did swallow anything.
She's meant to be paralysed.
Yeah, I get you. Gobble gobble, don't blame me, darling. Plus, you know what? I'd probably forget to spit it out. I'd just want to swallow it and then I'd be violently ill or it wouldn't swallow properly. So that would be... That's why I have the tubes, is because of gastroparesis. Nothing to do with the actual swallowing side. But yeah. So my tube goes directly into my intestines because of my ruined stomach that's been ruined since birth. So it's been quite hard. But anyway.
Right. You just heard it there. It's been ruined since birth. But hold on. You also said that it was 3 years, 15 years and 20 years. Now it's since birth, huh? It's convenient.
It's all good. I'm not a pity part here. Not
doing all right for someone that's paralysed. Right. So that's her just drinking, right? And like you said, that is some of the worst things that you could probably do or have, shall I say, would be the one. But let's not forget... Also, Kirsten said she had the end of life, didn't she? Did she not have the end of life? Did she say that? Am I correct or am I wrong? Right, let's get on to the next video. So this is where she claims, so she did, yeah? And now you're going to watch it.
My end of life, because I'm dying, so that's why I'm end of life, but yeah. There's no other reason for being end of life than the fact that you're dying, sweet, so...
Let's just go again.
My end of life, because I'm dying, so that's why I'm end of life, but yeah. There's no other reason for being end of life than the fact that you're dying, sweet, so...
Yeah, again, I just want to add, she's paralysed, look.
There's no other reason for being.
She
in
says
life
she is
than
anyway.
The fact that you're dying, sweet. So.
Ready? See how much she leans to her side for someone who's so paralysed. See how much she leans to her side. She really is the healthiest girl in the room, and it's a hard one, innit? It's a hard one because like her dad, I do believe her dad is like the biggest enabler of the whole thing. I do believe he enables a lot of this, and I kind of understand. I do kind of understand why, but I will never fathom it, if that makes sense. So she's also claimed that she's got lupus and paralysis. Right, let's have a little nose of this one, shall we?
What was your thought, lovely? Do you want me asking? Because I'm guessing probably an ED or something, but yeah, like.
And an ED.
Unfortunately, I really don't have a choice because I have gastroparesis. Well, I have stomach issues, gastro issues, so yeah, like.
So she just self-diagnosed herself there.
Let me ask him. Because I'm guessing probably an ED or something, but yeah, like. Unfortunately, I really don't have a choice because I have gastroparesis. Well, I have stomach issues, gastro issues, so yeah, like. Nothing to do with anything like that. Literally, stomach doesn't work properly, so yeah, it goes straight into my intestines, which is where I'm tube fed into. Tube fed straight into my intestines, but I'm just stuck chatting to that other one. What the hell that was? That randomer that came in and started like saying shit.
I just want to point out, by the way, she don't show her medication often, but when she does, there's never ever a prescription label on them. I wonder why.
This she didn't even know anything about. Oh, yes, because
Right, someone's just said, does she have a stoma bag? Like a catheter bag, yeah? And I believe, to my understanding, I think she has.
It's paralysis. Oh, that just really cheesed me off. Honestly. Anyway, unfortunately, Lola, I'm not better, so yeah.
Big up Secret Haven.
It's quite a, naive comment to make.
Oh, thank you. A super, what is it? A super pubic catheter.
Well, you're better than when you have a seizure. That's all.
Yeah, but I wasn't on here having a seizure, so.
No, I know.
Oh, shush. Shush, Bella. Bella, because you're, end.
Right, now this is a woman, may I add, when she sits on live, this is a woman who gets its, when it starts having a turn, as you would call it, gets its mods to call its dad, and then the dad has to go around there. Why are you not calling the correct authorities, i.e. the NHS or the emergency services? Why are you getting your mods to phone your dad? And also, can I just say, pardon me, I do apologise. I had a crisp and a bit of air stuck in my gut. Sorry, I lost my train of thought after that. It just fucking, it threw me. So she doesn't have a pish bag. They go stoma is for shit. There you go. Right, so there you go. Apparently she's got a stoma bag, which is like a shit bag. There you go. But like her dad in that, I believe her dad in it is standing by his daughter purely because he's already lost one child at the age of 12. And I do believe he's just standing by anything his daughter says. Does he believe that his daughter's got these things wrong with him? Probably in his head, yes, because of the amount of shit she's waffled in his ear. And he's probably fucking scared to lose another daughter, if we're going to be serious. He probably doesn't want to lose another daughter. So, I mean, I do get her dad kind of like fucking stand up to her, but at this point I'm starting to think it's like a joint fraud case, because this is all it is. She's using illnesses to fraud people. Now people say, like, how do you know she's buying all her medical stuff and all her equipments and all that? And that's because, well, we have it. That's why. I'm going to let you guys just do whatever you want with it. This is all public knowledge, may I add. I haven't dropped anything that shouldn't be shown here. This is all public knowledge. So look. It's passionate. We will get there. Do you know what I mean? This is Kirsten Cunningham. It's got 2 Abbott pump runs to feed and 2 of the same that work together, which is handy. Oh, look. Right, listen, someone did say, oh, please can we not tar all the Tubi community with the same thing? And this ain't the point of targeting the Tubi community here. This is outing a fraud. There are 2 very different things. So, hello, my lovelies. I was just wondering, has anyone any 10 FRNG tubes that you can spare? I can trade for an 8 FRNG tube. I use them for drainage, so 10 FR is much better for me. And unfortunately, I only get supplies. The tubes, I only get supplied the tubes I absolutely hate. Needs to be at least 91 centimetres. Thank you to anyone who may be able to help. Now, for starters, why are you running out of this? Second of all, I know if you run out of this, the NHS will have it out to you within 24 hours, if not probably a lot sooner than that. So why are you going on marketplaces and group pages asking if you can have all this, right? Well, why would you need to ask for it? Because you'd get it free off the hospital anyway. I'm so confused. I woke up this morning to my dietitian banging on my door with a new pump. Our area seemed to have changed back to our old supplier. Whatever that word is it Friends Ineos? Now, I have no issue with this, but she didn't bring any giving sets, so I'm having to use my nutrition pump still for now. I know this is cheeky, but does anyone have a box or even a spare? So listen, you're asking for stuff of people of their own community that fucking need it. You are taking this off people that actually need this stuff. You are in these groups actively asking for this shit. Now tell me you ain't researched illnesses without telling me you ain't researched illnesses. Oh, look, because you're always asking for them, aren't you? But you're paying for all this. Well, we're in the UK, I'm afraid, and you don't fucking pay for this. So let's not play stupid. All these sites get bought off, like the medicals. Hold on, what else is there? What one's that? And then it's this one, look. Hello, my lovelies. Just wondering, and everyone has a couple of spare 500ml or 1 litre bottles of nutrition, Peptisorb, HEHP feed, that they'd be able or willing to post if I cover the cost. I'm not due my delivery until the 26th of July and I have 4 500ml bottles left, so 2 days worth technically. I cannot get any more until my next delivery. Unfortunately, missed my last one due to being in hospital. If anyone can help, I'd be so grateful. As someone who works on a gastro ward, it's scary, the misinformation she spreads. Thank you. Thank you. What the health professional I was talking to, the one that actually gave me her number so I could search her up and everything to prove she was legit and she wasn't fucking lying. Let me tell you now, this woman taught me a hell of a lot more than I even knew. That's for sure. And then that's obviously her when she's asking for medical supplies, and that's just that. Hello, lovely people. See, look, it's always asking for something, but this is all shit you'd get for free. Now, the issue I've got with this is not so much the illnesses, because I don't really want to go into the illnesses too much, because actually half of them on Kirsten's part are absolute bullshit. So this is why I didn't really want to predominantly keep it around the illness and was just steering it about the fraud that she is. However, it just involves little bits of this to show you the fraud that she is. I was just wondering if anyone has any spare 10 FR, 12 FR NG tubes that they could post if I cover the postage cost. I use an NG tube for drainage and only had my order come yesterday and they sent the wrong tube. So if anyone needs an 8FR 80 centimetre tube, you're more than welcome to it if you cover postage costs. They don't have... They don't have any 10 FR tubes in stock apparently, so I can get hold of any. I know they still sell them in places. Someone recommended eBay, but I literally don't have the money for that. So if anyone has spares, please help a girl out. So yet again, you're asking your own community that really need these and all this stuff, all these medications and God knows what. You're asking to do trades and if they have spares to give to you. Now, let me tell you now, if I was chronically ill and I had spares, I'm keeping that spare for myself. You're not going to be giving it to strangers on the internet. But unfortunately, Kirsten has had people give it to her off the internet, haven't you, Kirsten, sorry. Out of like Medi UK and shit like that, no? And look, this is another one, Kirsten. This is all within a space of a couple of months. The last lot you've just seen have all come from the same month. This one's now November. Hi, sorry to ask this, but I have nowhere else to turn right now. My deliveries have now apparently been put on hold by my community dietitian due to being in hospital for an unknown, potentially lengthy timescale. This means I am currently receiving no drainage bags and I have about 5 left. I have an NG tube for drainage and I'm on 24/7 drainage at the hospital I'm in, i.e. such a small basically town-based hospital that they don't tend to use drainage tubes and don't have any supply of internal drainage bags. If anyone has any spares, I'd much appreciate them sending to me. I'm happy to cover the cost of postage and packaging. I'm literally desperate at this point. My community dietitian is uncontactable and the hospital dietitian simply says it's down to my specialist enteral team or hospital who are hours away. Please, does anyone have any spare bags? Now, this is her clearly buying stuff, right? Now, I just want to point out when she's making out the NHS to be so bad. Listen, the NHS ain't exactly fucking great, I know, but we do have one of the best NHS services in the fucking world, whether you like that or not. Now, this bitch has done nothing but made a pure mockery of the NHS. She's sitting in these posts telling them how crap they are, when actually, if anything, they're going to know their own businesses. And I just want to point out, I can't say this is fact, but allegedly she has been kicked out of a few hospitals, but I don't have any evidence to actually support like the claims. But we do hear of a lot of people who are apparently with her in hospital during her eating disorder phase, or some of like security guards, as they say, or whatever you want to call them. So apparently she has been removed from a few hospitals as well, and she's been banned from the GIF Facebook group too. Good, and I hope she gets banned everywhere across the fucking board. That's what I hope happens. I hope she gets banned everywhere. Because let me tell you now, I will troll this fucking bitch to high heaven, and ain't no one going to stop me. So obviously that's her just proving that she buys it. And now this is her. So do you remember she said she had that paralysis since a kid? Well, I do have photos to prove that she never had that, because I have photos of her at a wedding. However, it concludes a lot of family members, so I'm not going to show that one. I don't know if any of my mods are in that Kirsten. Well, I know you're in the Kirsten thread. I don't know if you've got a quick 2 minutes to chuck her thingy over most of the faces just to show Kirsten, and I will whack it up. She's been kicked out of the one my cousin is a nurse in for being vile and wanting. See, this is what I've heard. She's been smashing her head off the walls. She's been screaming abuse at like the nurses and God knows what. She's been vile. She's been making out like she's special. Her fees and her carers have seen her food. I haven't actually seen that, you know. But this is just saying about
gastroparesis.
The gastroparesis that she's had it since a kid. But we know that's not true. We know it's not true.
Oh, okay. Does it go into its stomach? Is it abdominal peg? Gastrostomy?
For someone who's trained as a nurse, like she says, should know this.
Yeah, that's what I've got too, darling. But it's not from diabetes. I was born with it.
Looking very healthy for someone born with gastroparesis.
There you go, it's already done for me. Let's listen again. Boxes will be open at the end, guys. I'll put you on show times and you'll get like 5 minutes so you can try and get through them all.
Is it abdominal peg? Gastrostomy? Sorry, I'm just confused. Yeah, that's what I've got too, darling. But it's not from diabetes. I was born with it.
Looking very healthy for someone born with gastroparesis.
Very healthy child, no? No? Not a healthy child, yeah? Well, it is to me. And as I was just saying, obviously, we know she's buying meds and stuff off of websites. She's getting mods to also order them for her. However, I do want to point out, please be careful. If anyone goes for the mods, I advise you not to go in for any of the mods because they are really vulnerable. And I mean really vulnerable, if you get my drift. These ain't me and yous, do you know what I mean? These people ain't me and yous where we've got a head on us, where we're not stupid, we're not thick. But this is proof of their mod buying her stuff.
Hang on, I'll do a review now. Yeah, Chloe. Chloe. She's not in here now, though.
got me 2 of these, which is obviously my glucose I used, 'cause I've run out. It was obviously desperately right now, which I was expecting, but the rest of it I was not expecting, and I did not tell her to. I didn't even ask. Like, I didn't need anything else, and like, I didn't even ask for the glucose. But Jesus Christ, she spoilt me rotten. Bless her heart.
Spoilt you rotten? Or did you guilt trip her into buying it for you? What one? Because I wouldn't say you're spoilt rotten, but I would say she was guilt tripped into getting it for you.
Spoilt me bloody rotten. Oh, Sam, you're here, are you? Was it you or was it? Oh, thank you, darling. Appreciated. Is it? Obviously, I knew it was from Chloe because of the glucose, but thank you, my love.
See, now why would you
You
need?
guys are so.
Why would you need your mods to buy you this when you're getting it free?
Really appreciate it. I really do. And yeah.
How'd you get excited?
And sorry, I want to say sorry. I will do it more privately, but there was a lot going on yesterday, as you've probably heard. I don't know, but yeah, I will talk to you if you want me to later.
Right, so that's just confirming, right? As an ex-carer, nobody, what was that? As an ex-carer, nobody enjoyed their meds. Who fucking does enjoy their meds? Do you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna enjoy that much. But yet again, I just want to point out, and I'm not going to show these because you can find them if you go to secret_haven. They've got them clipped perfectly together. But you can find where she shows like the odd bottles and the odd medication. There's never ever one prescription like sticker on them because you know when you get them from the NHS or the doctors, you always get a prescription sticker on it. That's a fact. These never do well. That's because they're always bought online, aren't they? Because your mods are always buying them for you, no? And yet again, we can prove that because look, it's happened before, isn't it? It's happened before, hasn't it? So we can prove that's probably true.
Shush, baby, it's just a fireworks. Okay.
You know, like the list is fucking endless with this woman. Oh, let's not forget those 2 as well. You know, more. Like, why are you constantly asking for this stuff of your own community that actually genuinely need this? Why are you asking for all that?
I don't like them.
She's a fucker. Does she pump painkillers into it? So she uses, so you see she's got the tube here. She does pump some shit through it, yes. I've heard her turn on the machine a couple of times that makes a beeping sound. That's literally it though. I've only ever heard that machine go off a couple of times. Whatever that beep is, probably just her turning on a walkie-talkie, to be fair. Yeah. Someone who's just paid her rent for her. So now, why are people paying her rent when she would get it covered? I don't get this. Why are people paying her rent when she gets it covered? She ain't working. She will be on full-blown PIP and she will get UC. So, if that's the case, why is someone paying her rent? I don't get it. Tell me why people are paying her rent. She does live alone. Yes, she does live alone. She don't have like 24-hour care. 1.4k a month she gets. Well, even still, listen, even if you're getting £1,000 a month, your fucking housing is paid for if you're on benefits, as a fact. That's fact. There ain't no ifs or buts about it. So let me tell you now, whoever's been stupid enough to give her money for her rent, stop. Because someone that doesn't work, regardless of their illness, does not have to pay their rent. It's paid for by the state. Just want to chuck that there. So no, she doesn't need money for her rent. And if she's in rent arrears, well, maybe she stop faking a fucking illness, buying pointless shit that she doesn't need. It is like pay mine. She's saying, why doesn't she have a full-time carer? But this is going to be my next question. So she's always ill. Bear in mind, she's claimed she's paralysed as well. This woman's always ill. She quite often needs her dad to come out on a regular basis. On quite a big regular basis, yeah? It's like coming out every fucking few days at this point because the mods are phoning the dad's coming out, no, not one of them are calling a fucking ambulance. She also said she got airlifted. Now I forgot to screenshot it the other day, but I think it's on one of the accounts that I've been telling you about. She got airlifted to the hospital And she was out that morning. She was only there for a few hours apparently. Someone checked the flight log. Someone checked the flight log for that day. And she was chatting pure bullshit. Just want to say, and that'll be on one of these accounts. I forgot to fucking grab that one. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so anyway, obviously, this girl, she just claims that she's paralysed from the waist down. Now, obviously, we've seen. Now, these videos, I'm sure she, contradicts herself in a couple of these videos. So we got a few more. So let me just go, right. So this is her, obviously. So she's meant to be paralysed from the waist down, remember? Now, I don't know if any of you remember saying that thing that she had to have removed from her stomach or intestines or whatever. It would be bloody painful. But surely if you're paralysed from the waist down, you wouldn't feel fuck all, would you? No? Maybe that's just my. We all just wanted to help her, and I totally agree in it. Listen. I know how easy it is for people to be duped. Just claiming her power.
Yes.
Watch the leg go up before she lifts it. See? You can't tell me that leg's not going up before she lifts it.
Yes.
How lifted it is. See? See? Before her hand even touched it. Lifted the leg up, put your hand underneath, lift it up, there you go. Alright, Secret Haven, big up, you fucking legends. This saved a lot of videos from you absolute legends. And then, what's this one? Is this her as well? Hold on. What's this one? Hold on, bear with me. What's that? Right, okay, yeah, I know what that one is. Right, so it's just a few points this page has made. Right, I just want you to, let me go back to the very beginning. Just keep an eye on the feet and stuff. Right, and now what they state out is this. What it states, I will tell you. So, they put here, pause to read, legs clamped together wouldn't happen in full that word, I can't say it properly, so do forgive me, without a belt physically holding them together. Flexed toes, extremely unlikely if you are fully paralysed. Your feet don't work, so why would your toes be sticking up? They don't naturally sit like that. No muscle atrophy, muscle wastage rather. Legs appear to have more muscle than before paralysis. Yet again, very likely if you don't use them, you lose them. That applies to muscles too. My nephew is paralysed from the waist down. His doesn't do that. So let's play the rest of it. And I think that just gives you a bit just the time to read it. Yeah? So I think you can already see a fucking liar. Right, and then what one's this one? This must be to do with a thingy. Right, so there's a message in this one which is very weird to take note of, really.
Albert.
Look, I'm not paralysed. It's ED and CRPS. Oh, why is that? Hold on. Why is there no sound to that? I was going to turn it off.
Tell the truth, don't be bullshitting. A few moments later.
Liar, liar, you're a fucking liar. Didn't wanna come to your party.
Fully paralyzed. There's enough bullshit as it is.
I'm paralysed. I also suffer from leg paralysis. We're not sure of the cause of this. We know what caused my paralysis. We're not sure of the cause of this. I can't learn to walk again. Mine's from brain damage, love. We're not sure of the cause of this. In 2.5 years, I've been able to move or walk or move my leg at all.
You're a fucking liar. Liar, you're a fucking liar.
I'm just going to let this video play out all the way in it.
Well, it's permanent, so yeah.
Liar, you're a fucking liar.
June 2022, I think it was, or something like that, or July. June 2022, I think it was, or something like that, or July. June 2022, I think it was, or something like that, or July.
So this says I'm currently, hold on, let me go back there. Right, so this says I'm currently in hospital. My GP is flaring badly, and my venous system is shutting down. I have no IV anti-sickness anymore. I'm struggling a lot physically, paralysed from the waist down. I love you all. Thank you for the supportive messages I've had. I'll keep updating you when I can. Timestamp 23rd of the 9th, 2022. Just, you know, we do like a timestamp, don't we, Hans? We love a little timestamp. Alright, let's carry on.
Leg paralysis. We're not sure of the cause of this. We know what caused my paralysis. It's from brain damage, love.
Liar, liar, you're a fucking liar. Didn't wanna come to your party.
Functional
Right,
neurological
end of life
disorder.
care.
Functional neurological disorder. Functional neurological disorder. Medically, there's nothing wrong with my legs. There's nothing wrong with my legs. There's nothing wrong with my legs.
Tell the truth, don't be bullshit.
Right, nothing wrong with her legs, but apparently you have been in. It was due to brain damage, it was due to your epileptic seizures, it was due to so many things, wasn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? Look how many things, someone just said about an illness count. Big up everyone for the Artemis, thank you. Grab your Artemis from the chest, loves. FND isn't something to play on. Well, I don't think any of this is really to play on, do you? I mean, it's not just FND, is it? I would say all of it is nothing to play on, personally. Right, so this is another one.
An honest post.
An honest post. So this is 3 minutes and 26 long, so enjoy. Munchhouse, I mean, it could be different, but you know, this is 3 minutes. Here we go.
An honest post.
I have FND, I don't know, and I've never said I have.
Legs is a relatively new diagnosis called functional neurological disorder.
I don't have FND though, no. Never had it in my life.
Medically, there's nothing wrong with my legs. Medically, there's nothing wrong with my legs.
Never ever got anything like it. It's never been talked about at all.
Functional neurological disorder.
I have epilepsy and I'm paralysed, but I'm fully paralysed like all the time, so yeah, no.
Big up the secret _Haven.
Not FND, sweet.
Someone said this has passed away, yes. At the age of 12, yeah.
Functional neurological disorder.
My diagnosis are definitely other things.
Medically, there's nothing wrong with my legs. Medically, there's nothing wrong with my legs.
I've always had diagnoses of other things. We're not sure of the cause of this.
Functional neurological disorder.
It's definitely not edited.
So that's
Well, okay, they're sped up a little bit.
ruled in.
But it's definitely her voice.
Nothing wrong with my legs.
My paralysis, we know the onset of it, lovelies. We know what caused my paralysis, and my paralysis is not short-term.
Paralysis.
We're not sure of the cause of this. It's been for 2.5 years now. I can't learn to walk again. Mine's from brain damage.
So if someone is paralysed, are you getting up like that out of your chair, are you?
Medically,
You lifting yourself up like that, are you?
with my legs.
Yeah,
There's nothing
pause live, you can hear. Well, we will get to that one. That one is there. We will get to
2.5
that.
years I've not been able to move or walk or move my legs at all, so yeah.
This is Kirsten Cunningham, just here. So can you guys do that with your, if you're paralysed from the waist down, anyone do that? So there you go, it just goes to show that she did definitely say all this. She did definitely say all this. Hey,
My legs
Kim, you
is
right.
a relatively new diagnosis called functional neurological disorder.
So,
I don't know.
she definitely said it. There is no way she didn't say all that bullshit. And yet again, as for being tube-fed for all these years... Oh, that fucking puzzle thing is going to come up. As for being tube-fed for all these years... Well, you look very healthy there, Kirsten. You look very healthy there, babes. That was only 2021, wasn't it? You look really healthy there. Oh, what happened? So I'll tell you what, you're a walking, talking fucking miracle at this point. Aren't you? Hold on, wait there. Right, is this the... Let me just find the one of her walking. I've got that there because it was sent to me earlier. Let me just grab it up. Right. Let me just go to it. Right, hold on 1 second. Let me just wait for it to play. Is this the one? It's 8 minutes, I think. No, it ain't. It's 1 minute 28. So look at the comments, look. So thankful visitor at home. Just so you can hear it. I mean, the comments are bang on, to be honest. So yeah, that's that. So that to me definitely sounds like she's ruffling about there walking, don't you think? Don't you think, Claire? I don't know what this one is. Let me just check this out. So I don't know what this one is. A tap dance, you know what I mean? I bet she is there doing like the fucking full-on jig and all. I bet she is. Right, so this is, I think this is an important video because this is someone asking if her parents have got any genetic illnesses. Now, I'm going to warn you, it's just a minute long, so good luck.
Which obviously has happened in my family. So I've got the lupus from my mum, but the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome I've got from my nan. And Ehlers-Danlos syndrome can either obviously carry forward into the next generation, or it can skip a generation and hit that generation, which obviously my mum doesn't have it and then I do. So in my family it's skipped a generation, so yeah.
So I didn't have EDS, I do. I've always said I have EDS because I do have it, so yeah. I have chronic pain.
Chronic pain?
No. Generalised chronic pain all over my body, which is suspected by rheumatology as Ehlers-Danlos or some sort of connective tissue disorder. Not necessarily Ehlers-Danlos at this point, it is a connective tissue disorder that has been mentioned.
Right about it. These stupid generations are
I say EDS because that is what has been
At least that's one lie she's not telling.
So yeah.
So just so you can hear it again.
Which obviously has happened in my family. So I've got the lupus from my mum, but the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome I've got from my nan. And Ehlers-Danlos syndrome can either obviously carry forward into the next generation, or it can skip a generation and hit that generation.
I mean, this woman should be a bag of bones by now.
My mum doesn't have it and then I do. So in my family it's skipped a generation, so yeah.
Yes, Logan.
So I didn't have EDS, I do. I've always said I have EDS because I do have it, so yeah. I have chronic pain. No. Generalised chronic pain all over my body, which is suspected by rheumatology as Ehlers-Danlos or some sort of connective tissue disorder. Not necessarily Ehlers-Danlos at this point, it is a connective tissue disorder that has been mentioned. But I say EDS because that is what has been said to me. So yeah.
What was that?
I've always been, which is not necessarily Ehlers-Danlos at this point. It is a connective tissue disorder that has been mentioned. But I say EDS because that is what has been said to me.
See, did you hear that?
So, yeah.
But I say EDS. That's what she says, but I say EDS. So it's not like she definitely got it. It's what she says. That's her. Let me go back to here. Sorry, 1 second. Do bear with me. Right, so that's obviously we're seeing Kirsten looking like a picture of health. This was only 2021, so that's 4 years ago. Biggest picture of health is, do you know what? You can see the deviousness in its eyes. I don't know about you, but I can see the pure evilness in her eyes. I can see it. And to me, I feel like this is probably an attention thing. So, of course, not only that, but Kirsten just isn't a nice person generally, is she? She isn't a nice person. Do you remember when Kirsten said she had her thingy as a kid? She was really ill as a kid. Do you remember that? Do you remember that a couple of videos earlier? She's been ill since a kid? Well, that kid looks fit as a fucking fiddle, doesn't it? Don't she look as fit as a fiddle as a kid? Does she? Look at that. That's a picture of health, that, isn't it? Now, I'm not going to dox her mum. Her dad, I do believe her dad is the biggest fucking enabler. So, Kirsten has also been trolling and messaging people in the same process. Right, so here's some messages that are like of what she states. I don't know if you want me to read them to you. Now, these are only messages from a certain part of the chat, because obviously it's have the full chat. So this is it. But that's what, so this is like basically. Let's see if we can find proof. I just want to make sure this ain't gone in back to front. Let me just double check this. Right, no, okay, we are in order. Right, so it says, oh no, my ex keeps making fake accounts so I can tell it's them commenting on my post. That's why I was asking, as I know you get any hate messages, can you tell who it might be by the message context, or is it just me? They're just trying to cannulate me. And they should put, what happened? Sorry, who's a certain person we need to watch out for? Not the person subject-wise. No, talk about paralysis or how it happened. Okay, got you, I'll keep that in mind. This was the account that had to be kept an eye on. And then I've got to be careful where I show some of this message. I'm scared that I can see you. Oh man, I'm sorry I can't see you. Oh man, I'm sorry you're having such a rubbish time. I'm now going to keep annoying her. Please come live for me. I will do soon. Then there's a voice note. And it's her mum. Look, her mum being an absolute cunt. Mum's being an absolute cunt. Why? What's happened? Excuse my French, but she literally just said, fuck's sake, leave me the fuck alone just because I was asking for her help. Probably because she knows you're fucking lying because she's at her wit's end with you and all, isn't she, Kirsty? And then she says, she have up messaging me a few weeks back as she wasn't getting nowhere. Stupid cow she is. I said my piece to her and blocked her. Never thought I'd hate someone as much as I do her, but fuck Zoe and all her little cronies. Just jealous that she's got a sad life anyway. And then it's her saying mum's being an absolute cunt. It says, I understand why, but I will hold my tongue to the point of no violations. It's just about a group that have been trolling her, and they've been trolling her for the right reasons. So fucking good on that group. Big up to them. But so this group's been saying they've been, which let's be honest, this message isn't a lie, isn't it? Her fleecing thousands of pounds out of people. She literally said I frauded loads of people out of thousands of pounds. And how could I do that? I don't rob banks or steal, so only if people send it, that's their choice. When you're sending it, when you're asking for it, they're two very different things. When you're manipulating someone because they really think you need it, it's a very different thing. Don't say anything as it comes back from Kirsten. I know it's hard not to say anything. And then there's just another one there, but that's just irrelevant. But Kirsten has also been out happily trolling people, haven't you, Kirsten? You've been actively trolling people, Kirsten. So obviously, because a bit of beef happens, you are going to do this to someone, are you? You're going to do this to someone who has a severely ill child that you should know about because apparently you socially got it. Look at those. Also, social services will be paying a visit, aka Munchausen by proxy. So she claimed that she's made up this shit and made a child ill, basically. Literally when people find out the reality, hashtag Munchausen by proxy. So she's trying to say the woman's give her kid Munchausen's is what she's trying to say. She's trying to say this woman's Gypsy Rose is what she's trying to say. But if anyone's Gypsy Rose, it's fucking you. Let me tell you that, Kirsten, it is you. So this is the messages Kirsten ended up sending them in the end. Want to quit your patheticness and call it quits before social services take your child and also put you in an institute. You sent threats to me, that's fine, but good luck. If you want to not remain sectioned, you will stop, and I guess you'll agree to. If not, good luck. You're mentally insane and need your kids taken into care where they can be looked after. Type in, oh, what BS is next? This is coming from a woman that's socially meant to be severely ill. Big up, everyone, thank you. This is coming from a woman that's meant to be severely ill. And this is her talking to a mum of a child who has these sort of problems. Her child suffers with all these problems. And she's been a genuine woman. She's been honest. Like she said what it is. So obviously she's put, I suggest you get to fuck. I suggest you get to fuck now. Right, so listen. Hold on, let me try and focus it. You fucking stupid little bitch. You are done, girl, and I mean done. You're done, babe. The truth is coming out. What a bit like it is you, Kirsten. The truth's coming out, eh? You mods just do what you need to do, Hans. So, you're done, babe. The truth is coming out. Let me just move that sticker there. There we go. Yeah, so is yours. I have proof of everything with my daughter and I will share it for the world to fucking see. So let's see you do the same, dickhead. Also, is it nice having all of the people pity you because of a daughter you made ill? What do you mean? A daughter you made ill? Well, guess what, Kirsten? We could all be like you and forcefully make ourselves ill, couldn't we? And pretend that we're ill. But you know what? Not everyone does that because we're not all like you. And that there, Kirsten, is you projecting what you do. That is you projecting what you fucking do. And I'll tell you now, if you don't think I'm going to make your life hell, I will. Daughter I made ill, now genetic condition, yeah. Pity, no, I not get none. I don't need any. My daughter is fucking amazing. Listen, anyone, I think you're an amazing mother as well, to be honest. Like, of all the shit you've got to put up and cope with, it's not easy. Oops, hit a nerve, because we all know it's the truth. She's being taken, I don't know what that word is, just you wait. I think that's meant to be away. She's been taken away, just you wait. This is Kirsten Cunningham, guys. This is Kirsten. She's being taken away, you just wait. No, never hit, mate, and crack on, love. You're a pathetic coward, and honestly, I have nothing other to say. Do whatever you want to me. Come to my door right now and hurt me. You'll be the one in prison. See, now the issue is, Kirsten, now for this to be an actual case, if she was to come to your door to hit you, you invited her. You've openly invited her. So it makes you irrelevant, really, on that situation. Makes you relevant. Right, guys, I'm going to hold it here. Drop the follow button. I'm going to restart. I need to restart because we've been flagged. So I'm just going to quickly restart. Hit the follow button. We're going to pick up from here. I'll leave it here and we're going to pick up. So drop the follow and we'll be back. 2 seconds. We'll pick up where we left off. Tap up the screens for me, my lovely. Sorry, we had to do a refresh because, yeah, you know, we did get flagged, so we did have to do a refresh. Long time no see. I know it's like I've been gone for weeks, isn't it? Let's move this here. So anyway, where we actually got to, you guys just smash up the screen and I'll carry on for you. Just keep an eye on mods' comments. They will do their best to answer any questions that you may have. Taking that, let me just look at that. And right, okay, yeah, that's cool, yeah, that's cool, honestly, it's no worries, I know who's doing it anyway. Right, hold on, let me go back to the message. So this was the last message. Right here. So, you're a pathetic coward, and honestly, I have nothing other than to say, do whatever you want to do, come to my door right now and hurt me, you'll be the only one in prison. You won't prove anything because you have no proof. Away from your ill child, I don't need to prove anything. The proof is all in your words. Who said I was coming to your door, you daft count? I don't need to know. I don't even know where you fucking live, and you need to prove and you need to prove everything because you can't. Anything because you can't. I mean, that's... Oh, 1 second. 1 second. My mum's going absolutely cranky. So, as like a little refresh, so for those of you that weren't here, I have, for Sophie Boo that wrote that in the chat, I have. Hi Sally, I know you're watching and I know you're reporting. Hi hum. Right, so just as a quick recap. So we have gone over so far, big up for the sub, thank you sweet. So we have gone over like Kirsten's illnesses and what she claims to have. We have had enough videos of the exposure page as secret_haven, and I think it's Chronic Lives. So big up to secret_haven and big up Chronic Lives for doing your cuts and that, because it made things so much easier for me. Sally's not the biggest fan and I'm not hers, to be honest. So we know the communities, like all these communities have called her out, and a lot of people have. Unfortunately, some people just can't handle the heat of doing this sort of stuff, you know, unlike some. Hey again, Pat. So we have covered so-called illnesses that she has, and as we have noticed, there has been more mentioned. There has been more mentioned since these. So it was an eating disorder, FND, epileptic seizures, and lupus. So, I mean, for those of you that don't, I mean, I did go through FND. Let's just give you a quick rundown again. So, obviously, FND is a functioning neurological disorder, which is a neurological condition in which how the brain networks work, rather than the changes in the brain structure itself. Physical symptoms of FND can be serious, but cannot be explained by changes in the brain structure. She also claimed that she was epileptic. And she claimed that she used to have seizures, which we have seen that is no seizure, I'm afraid. Absolutely not. That was never a seizure. She didn't even know what amount of diazepam she was meant to be taking at that point. And we all know if she did, it'd have been rectal, right? And she shouldn't be administrating it herself. And what she's claiming, she'd be nearly ODing on it every fucking day. She's also claimed she's had lupus, which is a disease that occurs in your body's immune system and attacks your tissues, organs. It's based just like an autoimmune disease. Inflammation caused by lupus can affect different body symptoms, including your joints, skin, kidneys, blood cells, brain, heart, lungs. Lupus can be difficult to diagnose because its signs and symptoms often mimic those of other ailments. The most distinctive sign of lupus, a facial rash that resembles the wings of a butterfly unfolding across both cheeks, occurs in many but not all cases of lupus. Some people are born with a tendency towards developing lupus, which may be triggered by infections, certain drugs, or even sunlight. While there is no cure for lupus, treatments can help control symptoms. So now obviously we know she's got the NG and the NJ tubes. We've seen her eating. We've seen her drinking. If I get bananas, we'll be on Rent a Gob Unleashed. Yeah, if we have to change account, just check out the poll up here. And we'll be on one of those accounts somewhere. So obviously, like, she claims that she's really ill. Like, why is she eating if she's got a feeding tube for a start? Also, if this is what your diagnosis is, why isn't the NHS giving you these items for free instead of asking all these people for the medication across social media networks, which we have also seen? Kirsten's dad is also standing by his daughter, left, right and centre, and his daughter can do absolutely no wrong. He has been in lives, and I have heard and seen exactly what he says. He's commented on my post, saying about how these are just bully lives, or they're all bully lives and hate pages and stuff like that. So the dad, I believe, has full involvement and kind of knows the extent. I believe if he calls her out, what happens? Does she kick off? Does she hurt herself? You know, there could be many factors as to why the dad's sticking up for this. But yeah, if we could not whack her account in the comments, guys, I'd appreciate that. Because if anything, it won't be getting a nice reception, and its accounts will be going down very soon. Does she have a hoist? Nope. But I do believe the dad is fully in on it. I mean, her dad says that these videos are all edited, clipped. Basically, he's he's in denial. But let's be honest, it's no more undeniable than the shit his fucking daughter's done. Because actually, videos don't lie. Videos can lie, you're correct, but they're quite easy to see when they're clips in that sort of sense. Your dad says this is all a hate campaign that's going on now, which apparently you could prove, by the way. I don't know how, but apparently you could prove. But I suppose that's just like we proved about your daughter, innit? I suppose it's just like we proved about your daughter being disgusting. I mean, is she using illnesses like to try and gain the attention or something? Because to me, this seems like a much more an attention thing than it does physical to me. It seems more mental health with this girl. There's no way half of her shit ain't physical, and half of the shit she ain't got wrong with her. Like I said, I'm not going to dispute she's got nothing wrong with her, because there are some things she definitely has. That's clear to see as day. And then obviously you've had her like saying, as you've just seen the messages there, you've had her saying about the Carly's fight, and that, like the messages she was sending to her, which, as you can see, were disgusting. And that's coming from a woman that's meant to have gone through all this shit and all these problems. Yet this Carly's kid also has these problems, and she's being told that by a woman who's dishing out fucking health advice, health information. May I add, I'm not a health advocate. I'm not a fucking mental health nurse. I'm not a doctor. I am just here purely calling out the fraud, but just had to give a little description of what's going on. Absolutely, we'll have all the love for Carly's fight, bless her. Absolutely, we'll have it all. I will open up the boxes soon, guys, because that's what we do for the last hour. We open the boxes. So yeah, and I think that proves of Kirsten's, I would say, pretty much vicious and vile ways, let's be honest. Like the fact that you would go to the extent of faking a lot of these illnesses, not all, but faking a lot of these illnesses, making it out to be tenfold worse than what it actually is. I mean, yeah, her viewers do get spoken to like absolute shit. Her mods get spoken to like absolute shit. You know, she talks, I would say it's like degrading someone. She talks to him like she's degrading them. I mean, she's sitting there dishing out. Now, there is allegedly, and I'm going to say this is allegedly because there is actually no proof and no one's actually come to me with any proof of this. Allegedly she dished out some advice or something on maybe medications or whatever, and apparently a person ended up taking their life. However, I'm not going to call that fact, and I'm just going to say that is absolute hearsay, because there is nothing, because fortunately the person's still alive, I hope, but there's nothing to support people saying that. A few people have told me that, but I've never had anything brought to me that supports that exact thing at all. Let's just have a quick flick through a couple of So this is the account, right? These and Chronic Lives, I think. Now this account of Chronic Lives, they're bang on it with the records. I'm not following you in that account, but I am now. Hi, hum. Sorry, my camera's really I think it is my camera, isn't it? Is it steaming up? I think my camera's steaming up, bro. Or it could be the light. I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna we'll just go through a couple of videos, shall we? Remember, a girl that's paralysed. There's no bed rail, you can see. This is a girl that's paralysed. Right, now I know for a fact, someone, if they've got no use of their bottom half whatsoever. Now, doing that, what she's just done there, you would have flopped straight out of that bed. Use a cloth to wipe. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if we can. Hold on. I'm flashing here to you. Like, God, you're getting it all, aren't you? Is that a bit better? That's a bit better, isn't it? Is that better? Soft focus. Don't even go. They're gonna move on one up. But exactly, right? If this was you, there we go, Cushy. Let me know if it does it again, and I'll rewipe it. But as we know, if you're paralysed on the bottom half, you'd have flopped right to the left, or well, right out of the bed, yeah? Now, I know a couple of people who are paralysed on the bottom half. Why are you so bothered? What, someone faking all these illnesses? Why are you so bothered? Dense. Anyway. I mean, she's like the fucking Hulk, isn't she? And this is a woman that has no use of her bottom half and takes pure mockery of any community that she's ever said that she's been a part of, and I mean any. She's making a mockery of it. I mean, Lord forbid any of you have got anything like this, and I'd like to think a lot of you haven't, but I know there will be a lot of people that this will make angry, or it affects them, and I totally get it. But, like, listen, but the shit like this has to be done, I'm afraid. It has to be done. Because you can put in as many police cases as you want, not much will happen. You need something astronomical for it to happen, because unfortunately... and I will go into the police case saga in a minute that people are saying they've got open, and I will tell you to just warn yourselves, and we'll leave it there for now. New illness unlocked.
Also a blocked bowel, unfortunately. The blockage in my bowel is getting worse, so that's not helping, unfortunately.
But you didn't get blockage in your bowel, did you? It makes me want to gag.
Also, some
And I've got a good gag reflex.
Don't worry loads. Honestly, don't worry, it's fine.
Actually, it doesn't get any nice.
Also a blocked bowel,
So there you go. That's now a thing. It was only the day before that. I don't know if we'll see that in a minute, maybe. But it was only the day before that. She says she never gets the blocked thing. The latest Paul Breach. I don't know. Do you know who she reminds me of? Do you remember the Australian woman, Belle, who said that she had the miracle cure for stage 4 cancer and shit? She reminds me of her. So... this is just like a bowel obstruction is partial or complete blockage of a small intestine or a large intestine. Bowels, the most of your bowels. The most common causes include scar tissue, foaming after abdominal surgery, hernias, colon cancer. There we go. A bowel obstruction is a medical emergency that requires immediate care. Immediate care, right? That's a bowel obstruction. So potentially, if it's so bad as she was saying, you should have been blue lighted off straight away, no? I don't know what this is. All right, here we go. So this, let me read the thing to you first. So different NJ tube from this morning, yet again using that Disney Fast Pass to get a tube change appointment immediately. Why is her dad messaging her 18-year-old mod? One of them calling dad babe the other day, whilst he calls them his little girls. Yeah, listen, the girls may be 18 and may be of age, but I think her dad calling people little girls, I mean, to me, that just refers to someone underage. Maybe that's just my way. Maybe that's because of what I've done on here and where I come from and what I see. Clear tube, purple black tip, 218. 16th for the 8th, posted 3 days ago. 19th of August 2024, timestamp. So no NJ tube take. That's 3 different tubes in 4 days that they point out.
No, literally. It's only Ella and John now.
Thank you,
Damn
everyone.
it, Ella
Cheers,
and John.
my lovelies.
Dad, sorry, Dad. You call him John, so it makes me confused. I'm just good. Swear they block your tube off, and they actually don't, lovely. I don't get blockages. Actually, funny enough, I don't get blockages. I don't have mental. Also a blocked bowel, unfortunately. Swear they block your tube off, and they actually don't, lovely. I don't get blockages. Also a blocked bowel, unfortunately. The blockage in my bowel is getting worse, so that's not helping, unfortunately, at all. Swear they block your tube off, and they actually don't, lovely. I don't get blockages. Actually, funny enough, I don't get blockages.
This was a few days before her having the blockage.
Yeah. Not
It's a medical
anymore,
emergency, so she was lying. I totally agree.
Oh yeah. I get what you
Look,
mean.
right. I want to stop this. Right, so I'm going to rewind a little bit to when she pulls up. Take a clear look, because you can see, yet again, it was brought off the internet, or this could even just be fucking water before we knew. But there is no prescription sticker on it.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
Which you should have.
This is a liquid antibiotic, and this is the worst for blocking my tube, honestly. So the liquids are actually sometimes worse for blocking than They are lovely, they are.
Where does she get her meds from? So for you guys asking, So I believe, I'm not 100% sure, I couldn't say, I would imagine she gets some medicines delivered, but she also gets mods to buy her stuff. She will buy stuff of like Medi UK and stuff like that. Stuff that you can get, and believe it or not, you can get a lot of supplies, let's say, including liquids and powder forms. You can get all this stuff, unfortunately, off the dark web. Whether it means it's exactly what it says it is a totally different story. But this stuff, unfortunately, it can be accessed. It really can.
Look at my comments. I have, lovely. It is not there, I'm telling you. It just says no response.
The Sick Olympics,
That's
this.
the last comment from you, is no response. It's not there. If it's from you, it's not there, darling. TikTok hides a lot of comments, so please don't have a go at me for something that's
Or have you filtered a lot out in your muted words, eh? Here you go. She uses Medisave 2X mod here, who spent Gemma, you spent £800.
I've answered both
So you
of
was
them questions
really duped.
twice.
The vocal fries are horrendous. It's the Luna voice, isn't it?
If you're not listening, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to keep repeating myself. It was literally. Sorry, love hearts, darling.
I'm just going to go through these videos at Mom, and then I will sort myself out, make a sick, and then I'll open the boxes up for everyone.
You don't like need an answer, to be honest. You don't need to know about my whole life, so yeah.
I believe in this attention thing. Do check out the poll,
I'm not
guys.
being rude. All I have and more. You don't have all I have, and you probably don't.
Thing. Do check out the poll,
I'm not
guys.
being rude. All I have and more. You don't have all I have, and you probably don't know, quite frankly. You're the one being rude to me now, love, so it's the other way around, I'm afraid.
So let's just clarify a second. So she's had loads of mods, and I'm talking, yes, it is thousands of pounds, because one of them's just written here, an old mod has just written here, I spent £800, and that's just one person alone. Just imagine how many people she's done this to, and this was my whole point of her being a fraud. She uses vulnerable people that maybe don't know how to say no, or don't want to say no because she's laid the stories on thick. She's filtered out the word lies. Of course she has, because she's been caught out too many fucking times. And if you really are as severely ill as you say you are, you should have nearly 24-hour care, girl.
And also, it's FYI, it's not a competition, darling.
She's in a bedroom upstairs. I don't know if it's a bungalow.
I'm sick Olympics like you are, so
Don't
yeah.
have a belt and hasn't fallen out. If she's paralysed, she would. That's correct. What does she say is wrong with her? A lot. A lot.
Because you must be.
Big up for the treasure boxes. Thank you, Froggin.
It's a warm-up one. It shows who this lady really is. Well, this person, it shows who you really are, to be honest. Because you're the one that's trying to act sicker than anyone else.
They're the one trying to act sicker than anyone else. Is she being for fucking real? She's saying she can barely walk. In fact, no, she's saying she can't walk at all. Is she being for real? I mean, what's this? The fucking Disability Olympics?
I don't know who I am really are at all, to be honest. I am who I am. Don't like me? Disappear, quite simply. Look at my comments. I have.
Hang on, why is Mother Noodle on her live now supporting Kirsten? Where? What now? I don't know. I mean, I can't answer that one. Listen, some of them, like Mother Noodles and that, I think some of them generally want her to have the right help in it. I think some of them just want her to get the help that she needs, I believe.
Lovely. It is not there, I'm telling you. It just says no response. That's the last comment from you, is no response. It's not there.
You're a piece of shit. There you go. Thank you, S.
If it's from you, it's not there, darling. TikTok hides a lot of comments. So...
Next one.
Also a blocked bowel, unfortunately. The blockage in my bowel
Stop
is
the
getting
press.
worse.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's not helping, unfortunately, at all.
Yes, she is. And a lot of things.
Meds won't help with constipation.
No, it's alright. It's alright.
They actually do, because funnily enough,
She only does her feeds online.
there's meds meds that are called laxatives. Lactose is usually given. Not always lovely, especially not with tube-fed patients. This is Movicol, and it is prescribed.
Have you bought or donated to Kirsten? So 8.7 of you have, 8.7% have, and 91% haven't.
First port of call, but mine is chronic constipation.
Buy them online. You can buy a lot online.
So yeah.
Hold on, is that actually nude? I will let you in soon, Noodle, sweet. I'm just going through these final bits of videos and I'll start letting everyone in the box.
Good old laxatives.
You have a blockage in your intestine, also known as a gut obstruction or ileus, a perforated gut wall, severe inflammatory bowel disease, you know, all the normal shit. Did I hit plant? Yeah, I did. Hit a stone, doesn't that bypass the bowel? Well, this is what I mean. You guys are clever enough, right? You're not stupid, are you? You guys can see it all yourself already. Do you know what I mean? You can also depict the lies and spot the lies.
I hate taking medication, but right now it is needed. I'm in so much pain, but it is what it is. Oh, I know, literally. Well, they already say that, darling, but some of them do it themselves, quite frankly. And I know a lot of them that do. Like, some of them don't even need their meds, but they take... Yeah, anyway. I would never over-medicate, like, I'm not stupid.
We love Mother Noodle here.
Risks,
what do you mean leave her alone? We love her. We like Mother Noodle.
Quite frankly.
Well, I do. So let's go back.
Over-medicate, like, I'm not stupid. I know the risks, and I wouldn't put myself in that position, quite frankly.
Admitting to taking the full dose even though she knew it was wrong. Yeah, they wrote it wrong. It's meant to be 2.5 to 5 mil. Instead, they wrote 12.5 to 15 mil. That's dangerous. Please tell me you didn't have to. Yeah, I did. But all it did was make me sleep for 12 hours. No gloves, literally.
They say about, like, NRACAN and stuff. It's funny because that's not allowed in this country, so, you know. Or no, what's the other one?
Comes on the same time every day, messing with her
you know,
tubes.
the antidote.
But she does over-medicate, yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
they say about that.
Not
It's illegal in this country, so that's
Can't
funny.
flush right into her. No flushing tubes.
Especially to have in your home on prescription. So good luck. I'm in the UK, remember, guys, so yeah. That's so funny that they have so much bad misinformation.
It's legal for fuck's
They
sake,
just have
not
no
illegal
clue
at
at
all.
all.
See, this is what we mean by, like, misinformation and shit like that.
Forward. And they say, how's the script going?
No, I can.
Yeah, because a doctor's going to prescribe something that isn't allowed at all in this country. Really?
Let's go. Do you want a little read? Naloxone is the emergency antidote for overdoses caused by heroin and other opiates or opiates, methadone, morphine and all that. Let's get the main life-threatening effect of heroin and other opiates is to slow down and stop breathing. Naloxone blocks and affects, and this reverses the breathing difficulties. It's a prescription-only medicine, so pharmacies cannot sell it over the counter, but drug services can supply it without prescription, and anyone can use it to save to save a life in an emergency. And I think that's just the rest of it.
My pain patch has changed tomorrow, so...
It's 3 days ago.
You know, yeah. And I'm also getting my catheter changed tomorrow.
So much you
which
know,
I'm
dear.
not looking forward to because that bloody hurts. It doesn't actually hurt at all, but it bloody just is horrible.
It's just missing
I hate
stuff.
this because that bloody hurts. It doesn't actually hurt. I'm also getting my catheter changed tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to because that bloody hurts.
Right, so she's having a catheter change and it bloody hurts. How's it bloody hurting when you're fucking paralysed from the waist down? I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe someone will enlighten me when I open the boxes, but it just seems a bit odd. Yeah, see, you're all the same, thank you. You all see it the same as me. So quite, yes, yeah, right, so I'm thinking the same, yeah? Can't feel it, shouldn't have a feeling. Well, no, she's paralysed from the waist down, so I thought she wouldn't have felt that. Don't hurt her plenty. Right, okay. Pain patches for a couple of years if you have any questions. I will be opening up the box soon, so because it's for others to have theirs, so
it's horrible. I hate the thought of having it changed actually, even though it doesn't hurt. Just the thought of them, just seeing them yank it out every time is horrible. Hey Shona, love, how are you? But I actually don't get pain from it, which I'm very lucky about. Yeah.
Big up, Chloe, thank you. Big up, everyone.
But then I'm also not lucky because I'm paralysed, but yeah. Well,
See? For someone that's paralysed, look at that. Look at that for someone who's paralysed from waist down, eh?
I've been in hospital, so
This is like muscle woman, I tell ya.
fine.
Don't know,
Love, how are you, sweetie? No, I've had my catheter changed, Amy, and it's causing a bit
She lied about
of
she does.
a bit of trouble.
Don't forget.
Just a lot of pain, but yeah.
Yeah, check out the poll and all, guys.
I will do, thank you. Thank you. I will do, thank you. A bit of trouble. Just a lot of pain, but yeah. I will do, thank you.
You saw it. You saw it. Defo using her legs and feet. The spinal patients
Pain
in
patches
the
change tomorrow. I mean, my parents think it was medical negligence only because how did they leave me for 4 days with back-to-back seizures? And it was
Didn't
all
they,
because
did you?
I went to a different hospital. They took me off my
partial
anti-epileptics.
paralysis, very rare though.
And then, yeah.
As soon as the sick
I ended
voice
up in my
disappears,
regular
yeah.
hospital. Well, my local. Paralysed. Because
She has used a sideboard before.
because I didn't have the full diagnosis of epilepsy, I was going through testing, so they said I didn't need the medication. But even if you go through testing, if the medication helped, they should have given it. And I was completely prescribed it, and they should have given
Exactly,
it.
Keely. But this is what I'm saying, she's made a mug of the NHS. Hello, sweet, you alright?
Yeah. I know, but it's too late now.
Who told me that they're asking for money for people to buy stuff isn't a crime? And unfortunately, this is what I was saying, it's really hard to get something like that because it's a grey area when it comes to the internet. As with many compensation claims, medical negligence claims have a time limit. This time limit is usually 3 years from when the incident occurred or when you first become aware that medical negligence occurred or the knowledge a significant injury was caused.
But you can't, it's your word against theirs. Can you say that was their fault or can
Of course
you not?
you can, Pet.
Because, it's literally her say against his say. Because you could say, you took me for anti-epileptics and this happened. But you could also say, well, would it have happened anyway? Get what I mean? I don't think it would have. But then you can never guarantee. So that's kind of the hard part about it. As if it was looked into and like, I don't know. Also, it was literally the point of becoming paralysed.
Big up, Froggy, you little legend. Right, so that's that one.
What was yours for, lovely? Do you mind me asking? Because I'm guessing probably an ED or something. But
This is what we saw earlier.
Unfortunately, I really don't have a choice because I have gastroparesis. Well, I have stomach issues, gastro issues, so yeah, like.
See, self-diagnosed again.
To do with anything like that. Literally, stomach doesn't work properly, so yeah, it goes straight into my intestines.
Do you have the video of the stuff she said online? I don't know if I have got the video, sweet. If I have, send it to me on thingy if you've got it.
I'm just stuck chatting to that other one. What the hell that was. that randomer that came in and started like saying shit about paralysis that she didn't even know anything about.
Addiction. Takes the tubes out in hospital. No, she keeps her tubes in hospital as far as I'm aware.
The same as paralysis.
It's going at certain speeds. I sent him this flight. Oh, perfect.
Cheese me off. Honestly.
Chloe, are you able to whack that over to us, or is it the ones I've already played?
Yeah. It's quite a naive comment to make, to be honest. Shall we say?
Thank you,
Ignorant.
sweets.
But yeah.
Well, you're better than when you have a seizure. That's all.
Yeah, but I wasn't on here having a seizure, so.
No, I know.
Oh, shush. Shush, Bella.
Yeah, that's okay.
Bella, because you're end. Thank you, darling.
Right, guys, listen, we have a code of how things run here. I've already said people come in at the end for the last hour and they can explain. We do show time so they all get their say individually.
Oh, Bella, this is the
Right,
end.
yeah, Chloe, are you able to whack them over quickly?
What was yours for, lovely? Do you mind
Yeah,
asking?
Carly's fight videos.
Because I'm guessing probably an ED or something, but yeah, like,
I'll double check that in a
unfortunately, I
second.
really don't have a choice because I have gastro reasons. Well, I have stomach issues, gastro issues, so yeah, like.
Right, wait there 1 second. Check the poll. Wait there, Carly. I'll try and get them into me in the next couple of minutes or so. I will get them into me if we have them to hand. Give me 2 minutes. Right, I'll tell you what. Right, Chloe's just going to send them to me. But what I'm going to quickly do is I'm just going to have a cigarette. I'm going to get another drink. And then I'm going to go for a wee. So I'll put a little tune on in the background before I play the Carly's fight video. About Kirsten, where she's being even worse to Carly, sorry. Where Kirsten's being even worse about Carly and her family. So just bear with me a minute, have a little break so I can have a cig, and then the videos that get sent to me, we'll play them, and then I'll open up the boxes, and then we'll show time you, so we get, you all get 5 minutes each. No worries, so, alright. Oh, let me just whack that. Let me just put a tune on for you or something, shall I? I don't know what song you're going to get. There you go, you're getting that. Enjoy. What's he doing? Oh, it is being dodgy. 2 seconds, thanks. Right, I've been sent it, so I will sort it out. I'm back. Have to take my clothes off. Yeah, sorry. She needs a little break there. My mouth fucking going as dry as anything. Have to take my... Right, I've got the video, so we'll get into it in 1 second. Just finish my cigarette. I did wash my hands, do you want to see? It's still a bit wet. It's still a bit wet, Hans. You are caller 3 in the line. Big up, everyone. Thank you all so much. Sorry, I'm not being rude. Thank you all so much. Much appreciated. Big up everyone for all the heart me's, all the roses, everything. It's much appreciated on Insta. Yes, we're going to get into it, Chloe. So obviously, let me turn her down. Right, there you go, sorry, cut short. Right, so yeah, as we were talking about Carly's fight earlier and we saw some messages, here are some videos of shit that was said. Thank you so much, Catherine. So it says, listen to what they say about a poor innocent child. They don't have a clue how much Carly has had to fight to still be here today. She was the best decision I ever made, thank you. And I'm glad she was. So, apologies, this might be a bit heartbreaking for some, but listen, this needs to be made aware. Carly has given me permission.
This is why people need to swallow.
Huh?
This is
You
why.
say that again? You did say that again, did you?
Yes, people need to swallow. I don't care. People need to swallow. Her mum made poor decisions.
Yeah, Hayley, you obviously haven't
I beg your pardon? Sorry, what do you mean her mum made poor decisions? What do you mean her mum made poor decisions? So Carly, by my standards, has made every single fucking right decision by her child, who is severely ill, that Kirsty has said that she's going to have it taken away and she's going to have her locked up. So I'm just going to play this one more time, sorry.
This is why people need to swallow.
For those of you that are saying, what does swallow mean? Do you know when you're noshing your man off? You spit and swallow. No, that's what they mean. Yeah, Carly is the child, yeah. Carly is the child, may I add.
Huh?
This is
You
why.
say that again? You did say that again, did you?
Yes, people need to swallow.
So this was someone called DSabH19.
Her mum made poor
I will play the next ones in a second. Her mum made poor decisions. So I mean, I wouldn't say she's made a poor decision at all. I have quite a few bits here. Right, so here's just like some of the comments from Kirsten. Literally, when people find out the reality of Munchausen by proxy. Let me just get your thing out of the way there. AK Munchausen by proxy. This is Kirsty trolling a kid. She's literally trolling Carly. Carly is the kid. This is Kirsten trolling Carly. It's her account. Social services will need to be paying a visit. Sorry, I didn't want to put your child's head here. And then obviously these are the messages. So these are the messages I read to you earlier. These ones, and there's like obviously the notifications of her commenting, just so you guys can see it. This is no fucking lie. This girl is not a nice person. She's a con artist and a fraud, and by that I mean Kirsten. Good luck to yourself. Yeah, God, no, you silly little girl, you've come to the wrong page to comment. No, this Kirsten is disgusting. I totally agree with all of you. Trust me. I totally agree with every single one of you. With these, where did I get to here? I think I read these ones out as well. Let me just check this one. These are all the messages. Okay, you can fucking do it. I won't be messaging me. Right, right, so this was the follow on from the messages earlier. Now, say what you want about me, mate. It don't hurt me like you think, Dolly. I could post all my diagnostic tests and letters and it wouldn't be worth it because I don't care. So basically, it means she doesn't have them, she's a liar. And that by liar, I mean Kirsten. Clearly, you fucking do care, as you wouldn't be messaging me. How, Dolly? You're shite. Stop being pathetic and stop this immaturity. I'm not even entertaining you anymore. Bye. I've had my piece. Wait for social services, and then obviously got blocked. Then obviously got blocked there by Kirsten herself. And here's just a couple of the videos. Here's 2 videos.
I'm wearing it for days, yeah.
Right, let me just put that to the beginning. So the caption says here, please someone tell me what I have said and posted on my page that makes it okay to attack a child and say it was needed, and everyone has seen what I have posted on their page. Don't hide behind other accounts.
I'm wearing it for days, yeah.
Big up, Froggy. Thank you.
What you haven't seen is the flip side, love, of all the shit they're posting. Is that not horrible to me? I might have been horrible regardless. None of your business.
Well, it is when you're posting it
I'm
all
not saying
online.
I wasn't horrible, but there was reciprocation to have needed that horribleness. And you have no idea the situation, so go away. Anyway,
One person's using the term BP. Seriously, she's a mum. Why not concentrate on her sick child? Poor baby deserves so much better than her. I will never say anything horrible about a child. Bless the poor baby, but she doesn't deserve the privilege of being a mum, and I hope this gets back to the cunt. This is what they've put. So it says literally, I 100 say the same. I wasn't being nasty about the child still, so saying I was attacking a poor ill disabled child was her way of deflecting the hate. Well, you clearly were. You clearly were hating on a child. 100% the mother is not a good mother at all. That ill baby deserves so much better. But that being said, is she or is the mum made up psycho thing like Gypsy Rose? Well, it's rather convenient you'll say this, Kirsten, when you are projecting every bit of fucking Gypsy Rose and Belle. Well, okay. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry. Trigger warning. See, it's not a lie. Can we have some hearts for Carly? Fight, please. Well, I think you got a beautiful little baby, babes. I think she's a beautiful little baby. However, I don't think Kirsten is a beautiful person or a nice person whatsoever. I think she's an absolute vile piece of shit. I've got to try and choose my words carefully, because we know what this app's like. But yeah, so that is, in a nutshell, is a flick down and a rundown of Kirsten. That is in a nutshell of, that's me showing you her being an absolute fraud, a vicious and devious little bastard. That is exactly what we've got on our hands here. So, Luna is live. We'll get to her later, sorry. But what Kirsten has done, she's projecting. So, in these messages, she projects a lot. She projects a hell of a lot for some. She's saying the mother was like Gypsy Rose tendencies. Well, funny enough, Kirsten, because that's what you have. Well, she does. She does. But what I'm going to do now, I'm now going to open up the boxes. I'm going to fill up the boxes, and then I'm going to give you 5 minutes on Showtime so you can all say what you want to say, and there won't be no interruptions for you. So you can all have your say, all right? So the boxes are now open. They're now open. So anyone who wants to get in the box, you can hit up the box. That's absolutely not an issue. Katie. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you alright?
Yeah, I work for a care firm that she privately hires.
Right, hold the phone, let me just get my fucking plug, sorry.
No problem.
Right, Ramadan. Right, I'm back. Sorry, I can hear you. Carry on, sweet. Just put this in.
So her care doesn't come from social services. She pays for it privately.
Right, so she does hires, oh, yeah?
Yeah, she hires helping hands in Fakenham. Staff have to report to social services about her mental well-being. She isn't paralysed at all.
Well, I didn't believe so, personally.
Obviously, I'm not on my usual account due to...
No, that's fine. I understand.
She is verbally abusive. She treats everyone like they are absolute scum. Her family are well aware of what she does. Her parents are in regular contact with social services.
Yeah.
But online, they seem to go along with the charade.
So does the mum go through with it online as well? Because from my understanding so far, of knowledge I've got from the mum, is that she's not really too happy with it. So is the mum in on it as well?
She's aware of it. Sorry. I don't think she condones it.
So,
But her stepdad clearly does.
right, so I was going to say, from what I see from the dad straight away, now I do kind of get why he will defend that, like obviously losing the previous kid. However, sometimes it goes a little too far. Like, I just feel he's overly protective, and is that because he's lost previous kids and she's heightening it up?
Exactly, and I think she preys on the fact that she has lost a sibling. People in the comments earlier on were saying glass child syndrome, and that is 100% correct.
Well, yeah, if she was that poorly, then why does she live alone? This is my question. If she claims she's that poorly, now listen, you're not the first person to say she's been an absolute nightmare in hospitals and stuff like that. I've had quite a few messages regarding, and they can't all be wrong because there was quite a few things in there that matched up together. And listen, matched up, but there were things that matched up together, like the banging off the edge of the wall, being rude to all the staff, like when asked to be taking the tubes out, she wouldn't, or anything like that. And
yeah, the tubes aren't needed, and she does buy all of her supplies. Everyone asks why she's always asking for money and stuff. It's because she pays for her care and the supplies.
So she's paying for it purely because she don't need it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
social services are at a loggerheads as to what to do because she's a grown adult.
She asked me for money this morning. Listen, guys, I would not give her any money. A lot of this, unfortunately, I do think a lot of this, in my personal opinion, and I'll say I'm not a professional, but in my personal opinion, oh, where's she gone? I don't know if she just dropped. But I think it's more mental health with her in it. I believe this is, I wouldn't say Munchausen, but along those ways. Okay, I don't know what happened, sweet. If you want to hit the box back up, you can. I don't know what happened. Hi, Laura, you all right?
Hey, Billy, I'm good. I just wanted to speak about this new development with the bowel obstruction.
Go for it.
I have Crohn's. I have severe Crohn's disease. It's medicated, but I've got a lot of damage left, a lot of scar tissue. I've had an obstructed bowel before. There's absolutely no way she would be sitting alive, and I can say that genuinely. The painkillers that I had to take to stop feeling, which it doesn't take it away ever. You're on another planet. You're actually on another planet. You know, you don't know what day it is. You can't speak. They literally send you to outer space, and so you're still in pain.
Planet, yeah?
Yeah, you're still in pain. I mean, she would not be sitting alive like that. She would be constantly vomiting for starters because your body tries to clear it.
Yeah.
I also get symptoms of my Crohn. It's not been diagnosed as gastroparesis, and I'll say that. But essentially, my digestive tract stops working.
Yeah.
It stops working, and anything that I've eaten comes back out. So when I sit and watch her drink cans of Monster, I'm like, how does she manage that? The amount of time it takes for that to come back out that nose tube, I would have been sick by then. You know, I had paracetamol last time I was in the hospital. They gave me paracetamol, and it was straight back up within 2 minutes. You know, it makes no sense. There's absolutely no way she'd be sitting alive with a bowel obstruction. She would be in hospital, instant admittance.
Well, this is what I mean. Judging by majority of cases, and you're right, it's not all cases, but majority of cases, this becomes, it can become quite serious.
Mm-hmm. You can perforate your bowel.
Yeah.
Like, if your bowel perforates.
That she's got cysts on her, is it the ovaries as well now? Like, yeah. There seems to be coming something new every single day, like bowel obstruction. Now it's like, she basically causes it.
Cysts on ovaries are quite common in women. You know, a lot of women get cysts around the time they're going to ovulate. It's a common thing. And I was told that when I was about 18 because I was pregnant and they found a cyst on my ovary. Like, we don't know whether this is pregnancy related or whether it's just a random cyst. Because it happens. But yeah, as well as obviously the claims for BMI being, what was it, 14 point something or something along the lines of that. Yeah. When I was at my illest, I'm 5'4". I was 6 stone 3 pound, and that was with my Crohn's. It was before I was diagnosed. I was 6 stone 3 pound. and my BMI was 16.3, and I looked like a walking skeleton that somebody had just poured skin over. You could see every bone in my body. And I have pictures. I have pictures of my BMI at its lowest. There's absolutely no way she's malnourished.
Yeah, I was just malnourished.
Malnourishment is, your body goes into starvation. Think your body goes into starvation mode. They can actually test to see whether your body goes in starvation mode. I think it was 14 or something, Michaela.
Yeah, it was definitely over I think you're right. It's like 14.5, I think, or something like that.
I cannot fathom how she's still going. It just absolutely baffles me. I struggled to get diagnosed. I struggled for nearly 2 years to get diagnosed. And obviously she's on about medical negligence. I was told it was all in my head. It was an eating disorder. It was this, that, and the next thing. Before I got diagnosed, the Grim Reaper was chapping my front door. I had no blood in my system. I had a hemoglobin of 64 or something. 49's critical. You are pretty much dead at 49. I had no blood. The viscosity of my blood was like honey, so it wasn't pumping. I was on heart attack watch, all these different things before the doctors went, hang on a minute, something's not right here. And I'm like, it just baffles me. And, she's got all these medicines, all these painkillers. I can't even get Oromorph for a Crohn's flare. They will not give it to me because they don't like you having that kind of thing in the cupboard, especially when you've got kids in the house. It's like, okay, well, I'll just sit here and feel like Freddy Krueger's having a party in my stomach. Told me to take 2 paracetamol. So I do not understand how she is getting away with this. It absolutely baffles me. People like me are struggling to get listened to. We're struggling to get heard. And she's just...
And then you get people like her that come online and just push an objective or a narrative and then pushing, let's say, wrong information.
Yeah, it's misinformation, and it's
still keep coming online. Like she comes online like nothing's ever happened. Like brazen as fuck.
Yeah, it's so bad. It just absolutely baffles me. Crohn's disease, anything relating to your stomach issues, like nobody can see them. Like I look perfectly normal now. I'm on biologicals, but I have so much scarring in my terminal ileum that the colonoscopy doctor asked if I'd had bowel surgery because it looked like somebody had cut me up and sewed me back together all wrong. So it's not necessarily the disease that's getting me now; it's the damage that has caused. It's my terminal ileum is about the size of a 5 pence. That is what I have to pass stuff through. So when you get a blockage, it's absolute agony. She would not be sitting on a live like that. I can barely even lift my head because it's. If anybody in here's had babies, obviously you won't have, Billy, but when I was at my illest point, I had 8 weeks of constant pain-like contraction pains, 8 weeks straight, and it was constant. Like end-stage contractions are the worst, obviously, because you're. Yeah. And it was up. It wasn't where obviously contractions are. It was up under my rib cage. So you are totally crippled, and obviously then you're being sick, and you're everything else that comes with it. It's horrific. And honestly, I would not wish it on my worst enemy, which I cannot understand why somebody would want to pretend to have the illness I have. Yeah. It's just, it baffles me. But yeah, as for the bowel obstruction, she would be instantly admitted, and it's life-threatening. If your bowel perforates, you're pretty much, you're fucked, basically. Unless you're in there quickly. But that frustrates me. I just thought I'd come up and say that because I have had obstructions before. And you're instantly admitted. So she's full of shit. 2024 Billy might have been pregnant.
Well, you never know.
You never know. But yeah, I just thought I'd come up and say that. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you, Dora. Thank you for popping up.
Much love to you all.
Hello. I'm quite nervous doing this because it's my first time.
Just take your time and ignore the comments is my first bit of advice.
Mine's more on the epilepsy side. As you can see, I'm a big supporter for epilepsy. My daughter's got it, and I worked with a couple of young girls with epilepsy. If she was that bad that she's making out, and the medication doesn't work, she would have been fitted a CNS swipe on her chest.
Right.
And she also would be wearing a helmet.
What, like the soft helmet things?
Yeah. She's saying she can't.
I call them drop hats. I don't know what they're actually called. What are they? Does anyone know what they're actually called? I call them drop hats to stop them whacking their head and hurting their head.
For the young girl I used to work with, we used to call it a riding hat. Like to make it fun for her. It's like a, I don't know the proper name to it.
Horse riding helmet.
But we used to call it a horse riding helmet because we used to make out she's going horse riding.
Right, yeah.
And basically, does she have a protocol for her seizures?
Not that I know of. She claims they're non-epileptic. In some videos, she claims they're epileptic. In some, that she claims they're non-epileptic.
Even still, with a non-epileptic and epilepsy, you need a protocol. If your seizures go longer than 5 minutes, you are meant to ring 999 and they have to have buckle put in their mouth.
Right. Yeah.
And what I want to know is why should be allowed to live alone? Because with seizures, they have to be supervised. That she could suffocate in that pillow.
Yeah.
Because my daughter, she's on 4 lots of epilepsy pills. Because I work, I'm not entitled to suffocation pillow or a bed guard. I had to pay it all for myself. Because she's in care type, she'd get all that free. Why hasn't she got any of them?
Well, this is what we're saying, but as Laura just said, like, well, we've already seen like bits of it where she is literally buying everything. But we was also saying, like, with the straps on the legs, how she's not like, she don't fall over considering she's paralysed. Now, if I done this and I'm paralysed from the waist down, I'm face planting the floor. I work with a girl, she's got cerebral palsy, and she's got a high wheelchair. She's buckled properly, and she's even got feet rests so she can't tip. She's got nothing on that chair. Yeah. So what do you think? Because right, so I don't know if you was here earlier on, but when she has a seizure, and I'll put it in quote unquote.
I saw that seizure, and
so when she has it, like, what do you make of it?
That was fake. With my daughters, I know every seizure is different. None's the same. With my daughter, she does jerks, her whole body jerks, and then her head will go backwards and she'll fall. Yeah. And her eyes go to the left. They don't go in the middle, they go leftwards. Yeah. And then she starts drooling.
Yeah, I was going to say, because then you get the eyes doing this, staring at the front.
And then the body trembles. I mean, her hands fall. And then you can feel her body stiffen. Obviously, we had them put on her side. With my daughter, after she's come out of a seizure, don't know if I could put it, she's very child-minded.
Yeah.
It's
childlike.
Or she's drunk. Because she'll grab your shoes, she'll lob what you got in hand. She doesn't know my name. When I asked her who I was Rosie Jim. And when I asked her who my partner was, excuse my language, she went fuck knows. And we've been together 13 years, so she knows fully where he is. We asked her where she was, but at the time we were in Tesco's. She was going to Bath to play Splash Splash. Yeah. And that takes longer for her to come out of that than the actual seizure. Yeah.
Like the bit of the dazed state.
And for her to be taken into hospital for a few hours, no. They'd keep her in overnight.
And remember, she was airlifted, were her words. And I'm sure, actually, I should have looked up and fucker. I should have, sorry, he's just poked his head around the door with a wig on. Fucking, sorry, what was I saying? You put me off train of thought now. What was I saying?
An air ambulance.
Yeah, so she said she had the air ambulance or airlifted to the hospital. But yeah, I'm sure, I think it might have been Secret Haven or the Chronic Live site. And they actually searched it and there was no flight for when she said. There was no, like, tracking of flight, no tracking of the helicopter.
My daughter's 20. So someone's just asked me in the chat. She's 20 years old.
Yeah.
But, no, they don't use air ambulances unless it's an emergency. It's life and death, basically, for an air ambulance.
Yeah. Yes, Jan, we have seen her in a wheelchair, sweet. You're right, Carly, my love. Just stay there, sweet.
Hey, yeah. What do you want me to cover? Do you want me to cover the tubes, the gastroparesis, you name it, I'll cover it.
Wherever you fucking want, mate, you can cover it all if you
I'm
like.
not going to say, because I can talk about the tubes, because Carly's got tubes. She's got the exact same tubes that Kirsten said. She's got one for draining and one for feeding. So obviously the one for draining's in the stomach and the one for feeding's in the intestines. Now, if I ever put anything through Carly's jejunostomy and it come out of a drainage, I'd be straight to the hospital, because then I'd know the tube had moved. Now, there's many times you can see where Kirsten's put medication down her NJ tube and it's gone straight back out the NG tube. Now, if that were the case,
Is that the blue liquid?
Yeah, or feed, whatever that she's put down one tube comes straight out the other. Now, if that were Carly's case, Carly would be straight at the hospital, because the tube would have moved, and you can't use a tube like that. If her stomach's paralysed, like she's saying, then she won't be able to use that tube in her stomach like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if her stomach were as bad as she says she drinks Monster, we all know she eats because we've seen it. Now, every time, and I know everyone's symptoms are different, and I'm not going to compare everyone's symptoms to each other, but if Carly eats anything, she's so ill. Like, you never see Kirsten ill after eating or drinking or anything like that.
Well, she's always right as rain after she's eaten or just, like, had a drink.
She's perfectly fine. Now, if that were Carly, then she's horrendous when she's at food or anything like that. She's so ill.
Exactly. Yeah, carry on. Sorry, darling.
It's like from the seizure point with her as well. I shouldn't even laugh, should I? Because they're not funny, but...
But you know what? You've poor had a fucking old run of it, so do you know what? Sometimes if you don't laugh, you're going to end up crying.
Yeah. There's a comment here, I forgot about this, where she had to get in her ambulance once, and they had to take her window out and take her out the window. Bearing in mind she lives in a fucking bungalow, so why did they have to take her out the window?
As I say, it would make sense if she was up in a flat or something. Well, to be fair, it still wouldn't make sense because you could carry him down the fucking stairs.
Yeah, but no, they had to take her out the window. She told everyone, and then they put a cannula in her finger, and then took her back in the house and left her at home.
Oh, she's full of fucking... See what I mean? This is what I mean. The lies get worse and worse that come out of her fucking gob.
Yeah, it's like the seizures. Like, me and my partner were watching her once, and we thought it were pretty convincing. Until my partner realised this. Look, she just moved the fucking phone. She picked the phone up to put it back in camera view.
Yeah,
she picked the phone up and moved it. I was like, wow. Because you were pretty convincing at first. Now, when Carly has her seizures, like, Kirsten never has any post-ictal stage. When Carly has her seizures, there is no way Carly could just come to and carry on doing what she was doing previously.
Yeah, like it was normal with no dazed state.
Again.
So it's like she gets stuck in the dazed state, isn't it? Like when you just come out, you're a bit like, oh,
yeah,
what's
Carly doesn't have a clue what's going on around her. She's like, she just looks really confused. Like she'll be there, but she's looking straight through you. She doesn't. Yeah. She's really, because Carly can't talk. She's non-verbal, so she won't be able to talk to me anyway. But just like she's looking straight through you, like the lights are on, but no one's home, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she's always like that. And Carly went into something called status epilepticus not long ago, and magically so did Kirsten.
Yeah.
But Carly were in hospital for nearly a month trying to get the right treatment to get her out of it. Kirsten was home within 12 hours. And to say Kirsten's saying she's treatment resistant, what medication could they give her to get her out of status epilepticus and be home within 12 hours?
Well, she's playing 30 mils diazes, wasn't it?
Well, because I'm not being funny, them rescue meds weren't working for Carly. Carly's ended up on steroids for the inflammation in her brain to help her seizures, and 3 other lots of medication as well. So whatever Kirsten had in that 12 hours to get home, I need some, because that was very quick recovery from status epilepticus anyway. Very quick.
It was a miraculous fucking recovery, is what it was.
Very quick. And
It
that's
was
why. And that's why I think, like, when she come for Carly and me, obviously with them videos and the comments, she come for me and Carly because Carly's illnesses are genuine, and there's plenty of proof out there that Carly's illnesses are genuine. And obviously it got to the point where I ended up posting letters of proof of Carly's illnesses because of what she was saying and the things that she was accusing me of, and people were believing her.
Yeah.
So I had to prove that I hadn't made Carly sick, which I shouldn't have had to do that. That's Carly's personal information. But it got to the point where I had to.
Yeah.
Because of the things that were being said.
Yeah. I was going to say, because it was fucking evil stuff and all. It wasn't nice stuff.
No, like with social services, she could have rang social services, but what could they have done? They would have took one look at a medical file and gone, right, well, what do you want me to do about this? Because it's all there in black and white. Like, Carly's got a very rare genetic condition. How can you fake genetics? That's your blood. You can't fake genetics, can you?
No, not really, no.
Unless I went to the lab and tampered with them, then, you know.
Did you use in the catheter bag for the NG drainage, do you reckon?
Yeah, I've seen her use catheter bags for drainage. Now, that's not what you use. Carly's never had a catheter bag on her drainage, ever. You get enteral feeding bags, not feeding bags, draining bags, or bowel bags. There's 1 minute, just let me have a look at what's wrong on Carly's now. You get, 1 minute. You get enteral drainage bags, which is what Carly's got, which has got the enteral feeding cap fitting, which is a screw on.
Yeah.
Because there's different fittings, and then you've got bowel bags, which is like, it looks like a catheter tip on the end because these ones don't screw in, they push in.
Yeah.
But then it says bowel bag. It's not a piss bag, it's a bowel bag. It's completely different. She uses catheter bags, which she shouldn't be using.
Yeah.
Why would you use a catheter? We get a bag a day because they're only 24-hour use. Like, so we change it every single day. So you'd get enough supply.
Has to be
Yeah. You'd get enough supply for a drainage bag a day.
Yeah.
So there'd be no reason that she'd need to use catheter bags if she was supplied drainage bags.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it. And it's like with how quick she gets her NJ tubes changed. There's no, that's a load of bullshit as well.
Like I say, it was 4 times in like 4 days, like from one of the videos that we saw, day after day, she just switched it.
Yeah, that's bullshit. There's many times where Carly's tubes flipped back into her stomach and we couldn't feed. And there's times where she's had to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Kirsten said that obviously she's got this fast pass whatever because she needs it and she's reliant on it. So is Carly. Carly's no by mouth. Well, she's not no by mouth. She can try food, but everything goes down her tube. Everything, all the feed, fluids, meds, everything goes down there. So Carly's reliant on it, but she don't get it changed the same day because it's impossible.
Yeah.
And I know Carly's a child and it's different hospitals for children because she's under a children's hospital. But even still, like, you'd think a child would prioritise an adult sometimes, like, you know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah.
No, there's weeks. Carly's gone 2-3 weeks without tubes before because they flipped. And she's gone that long with no nutrition, and then trying to get her back on feed has been horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Right, stay there, Carly, just in case, because these two might ask a question.
Yeah,
Right, sweet. Sorry, Denise, you're on mute. I put you on mute. Sorry. Just hit the microphone. Denise.
Hi.
Hello, sweet. How are you?
Hi. As somebody who's got 2 stomas with loads of bowel problems, if she is paralysed, she would not feel catheter changes whatsoever because she'd not have any feeling in her urethra at all. Her bowel would be paralysed as well. So if she's got that degree of paralysis that long, her bowel wouldn't work, so her sphincter wouldn't work, her rectum wouldn't work. She would have to have bypass isn't a colostomy for that degree. With her
So
feeding
you're
tubes,
happily calling that bullshit what she said, yeah?
yeah, definitely. I've got spinal damage, so I know what I'm talking about. Her tubes as well, with her feeding tubes, you don't change your feeding tubes every 4 days. The trauma that causes to the inside of your body is horrific. Get the feeding
This is
tube
why
done
her phone and her
once.
voice is so weird, like sometimes. Is it because she's constantly changing them and putting
Yes.
them down?
And she's not putting them down far enough because there is never ever any bile that comes back up through the other tube.
Yeah.
It's always clear. Sometimes you get her food coming through, which means she's not put the tube far enough down into her stomach. It's bypassing and coming out the other side, but she's never got any bile coming back up. She's never got any bypass, and that's why that tube's there, is to bypass and clear out her stomach.
Doesn't she?
Yeah.
That tube goes into her intestines, yeah.
Yeah. And that's so that bile and excess that's in your stomach can come out, and it goes into that tube there. There's never any bile in it, ever.
Yeah.
Never.
Yes.
And she's too healthy looking for having deficiency with our vitamins in her food. And as somebody that's, I mean, I can walk now, but when I had my paralysis after breaking my spine with my first seizure, I broke my eye socket and cheekbone in the same day. My legs and everything went. It took me years to build up the muscles, and I couldn't be left alone. My husband had to give up his work and his job to look after me so that I couldn't be at home at all myself.
Yeah.
Because she can roll over into bed and suffocate and have a seizure in her sleep.
Well, someone's just said here, apparently she said that she don't have a bill because she hasn't had the bowel surgery yet or something.
Oh, it's a load of rubbish.
I mean,
Because
I don't know.
a blockage, she would be in absolute agony. You'd be vomiting constantly. She would have her whole contents coming out through that tube constantly. It's excruciating. Absolutely excruciating. And she's got no muscle wastage there whatsoever.
Yeah. And a lot of the people are pointing out like the paralysis in the comments there, and a lot of you guys are right. There would normally be a belt around the waist, like lace clamped together and stuff like that. You know, that normally be the sort of stuff. And if she leant over like she did half of the time, she would be up the floor. There's no ifs or buts about that.
Yeah, she's not even got a wet room. So how does she shower?
Well, this is what I mean. Please can you add me up to show your video capture tonight? Yes, I will let you up in a second, Chronic Lies Pet. I will let you up. Hit the box up, Pet, and I'll let you up in a second.
Can I just say she once said that she hadn't had a bath or a shower for 6 months?
Oh, dirty bitch. Hey, tea cake, you right, sweet?
Hiya.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I kind of just wanted to talk about the seizures. So I was a support worker, and I've been around different people that have had different seizures, and the seizures that I've watched her have are absolutely so fake. The fact that, you know, when people are having seizures where they are shaking uncontrollably, you know, their eyes are literally wide open, but she squints.
Yeah.
She's constantly looking around and stuff. Now, when people have seizures, their eyes are fixated, and then all of a sudden, after she's had a seizure, like a big seizure like that, I'm doing little quotations, she would not recover that fucking quickly. It would take someone like that between, I'd say, it depends on the person, obviously, but the people that I've worked with, it can take them up to a full-on recovery, about half an hour to an hour. And you know, if she was having seizures for longer than 5 minutes, you know, the ambulance would be called out and they would instantly give her dilazepam. I can never say the word, dilazepam.
Yeah.
And then some ambulances don't. If they've had their first ever seizure and it's 5 minutes, they take them straight to the hospital. If they're prone to it and they don't have medication, then they will ring the ambulance, and the ambulance will come out and give it to them, and then they'll get whoever is looking after them to monitor them. If anything changes, they'll have them ring the ambulance again.
Yeah.
What also bothers me is the fact that she says that she's got she has like weekly prescriptions. Now that's bullshit, because a doctor will not prescribe tablets a weekly prescription unless it is so basically, like me, I used to have weekly prescriptions because I was prone to ODing, and I didn't want to take that chance of, when I was having a bad depressive state, that I would do that. So that's when they would enforce weekly subscriptions, or they would get you to go down and take a tablet every day.
Yeah, so like a risk factor, basically, just to make sure you don't overdo it.
Yeah, basically. And it just, you know, and then she's like saying, oh, I've said that I don't have FND, when there's videos saying that she's
multiple occasions.
Or the fact that she's on end of life care. If she was on end of life care, she would have nurses 24/7, because if you're on end of life care, you've got to be monitored 24/7. I know that because I've been in care homes. I've worked with people and I've looked after people that have been on end of life care. Like, do you know what I mean? She would be weak. She would be just. This girl, she does not know how much she is ruining people's lives by faking this stuff, and it's really upsetting, because I have had, do you know what I mean? Like, I've had people that have had seizures, and I've had to resuscitate them because they've stopped fucking breathing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've had to crack people's ribs to give them CPR because they've ended up in a seizure so bad that they've stopped breathing, and it really annoys me when she's lying about stuff like that, because I've lost people because of seizures. Sorry, I'm really angry.
No, you're fine, love. This is what I mean. The thing is, it needs to be spoken about, doesn't it? Because listen, it's not just us here. And when I'm saying thousands of people see her chatting shit, she knows she's chatting shit, hence why she has whacked her account onto private. Because she knows all the forthcoming questions, the accounts that were then going after that would just outweigh. She's barely hitting 30 people in her life. And listen, I'm lucky enough to be able to be in there and following her already, so I can see everything that she's up to. But
somebody else has just put, well, she was on under life care. Where's her do not resuscitate certificate? Because everyone, do you know what I mean? Where's her carers? Yeah. I've never seen her have carers go into her house or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it just goes to show the extent people will lie about and what they will lie to on the internet, doesn't it? Just goes to show they go to any extent.
I'm going to say this now. TikTok has become a very toxic place. It is very toxic, and it is really.
I have a lot to thank TikTok for, really, because you're right.
No, I didn't mean. No, I meant like.
But with me, it's socially desensitized me in it, because I've seen and heard a lot worse. Like, believe it or not, I've seen some of the worst on this app, and it just becomes to the point. It's like, oh, another one. It's literally getting to that sort of app now. You go, oh, fucking another one, and it does get like that now. You're right.
Sorry, someone put it's not the app, it's the people. Yeah, it's the people.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it's us people. It's never the app. It's us that come on it.
Yeah, but when you've got people that are lying about serious stuff and trying to make out that they're actually poorly, they're not poorly. It's just wrong.
Hey, Chronic, you all right, sweet? So I'm saying that you could be a bloke, yeah?
Hello.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. There's just a video that I wanted to show you that was captured from tonight, that was basically her talking about the bile that comes out of a drainage tube.
All right.
She's trying to say that she has a cup of tea at 5 p.m. every day made by her carers, and the cup, by this time I think it was about 9 o'clock. So apparently that this cup of tea sits in her stomach for about 4 hours. The milk curdles.
Right.
And then that's what was draining out at the time that the video was captured. But every time she says she has a monster, it drains straight out. Like, make it make sense.
Right,
so I have got the video, but for some reason, the app's kind of restricting it and not showing it anyone at the minute, so I'm trying to get that sorted. But happy to show you if you're all up for it.
Let's show it. I'll make you on the bigger screen, Pet. No worries.
Let me work it out. I do apologise. I don't.
Oh, it's all right. It does become a bit confusing. But you know what? I must say, your page and I don't know if you know the person that does the secret_haven, but they are so well put together, and well done to you both, innit?
Gotta be done. It's gotta be done. So yeah. Let me just see. Can you all see that? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Have you clicked OK or save? Because once you click,
I've not clicked save. There we go. That's probably why.
There we go. That's it. We can see it. We can see.
Everyone can see. Right. Let me just tell me if you can't hear or anything.
I'm not able to eat, no, lovely. I will occasionally have some sweets to suck on, but that is it. Like, which obviously isn't the same as really like probably eating. But yeah. Ooh, airy. Oh, Jesus. A lot of my bile gets quite thick like this because it's I do have cups of tea and stuff. So I try and have a cup of tea a day just to warm me up because I get quite cold. And that's what this is. This is the result of my cup of tea. The milk goes lumpy basically, which isn't pleasant. And people see this every day. And my mods often know, oh, yeah, that's my cup of tea. That sounds disgusting. And I'm going to put everyone off their cups of tea now, so I am sorry. But yeah, my carer makes me a cup of tea at 5 when they come in, and I drink it not long after. But it sits in me for a while, makes me feel very sick, but then also kind of curdles a little bit. Oh, thank you, lovely. The milk curdles and goes lumpy, so this is what's draining right now, and it's horrible. Actually, make my stomach feel really icky, which is actually why I came off earlier. Because, yeah, let's just say it wasn't pretty, which is why I got really hot and flustered. Oh, I can't get my words out. I know what I mean, but yeah.
Because you're lying.
Flustered. Get it out. Jesus. I'm sorry, darling. I'm hot again. Actually, from a fan on, I think. Not a big thick blanket on, though. Was it when you say? I can't flush my NG, lovely. Well, sometimes I do, but I prefer not to because literally it's draining out regardless, so I don't need to.
There's the monster. And then she'll show it draining.
Because flushing it, yes, it will drain straight back out, but it also makes me feel horrendously sick. And if I flush straight into this, it can also just come straight out my mouth, which I don't really want.
Yeah, I had to speed up the video.
It'd be too much for tummy come out my mouth, which is why I drink. I don't drink.
No, I do that.
Well, it goes into my stomach, but then it will just projectile back out if it's way too much for my tummy, so I just drink and it liquidizes it down that way anyway. So I only, like, literally flush my NG in, like, desperate measures if it's really blocked. If it's draining anywhere, that's fine, so yeah. My NG, obviously, I have everything through, so I don't need to flush my NG.
It's going to finish now.
See, it goes to show, does it? See, and look at that long pause at the end where she's just like that, like, oh, believe me. But those eyes, looking at those eyes, they are just so fucking devious. They're really devious. And the thing is, like, with all the lies that she tells and that, the thing is, if any of these ever turn out to be, like, true or severe true, no fucker's going to believe her. Nobody's going to believe her.
Yeah, it's going to be the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Later on, but yeah, it was just apparently if she drinks a cup of tea, it sits in her stomach for hours.
Right, yeah,
but if she drinks Monster, it drains back out straight away. Like,
and some of the people were saying, like in the chat and that, they reckon that was probably her feed.
Definitely, I fully agree with that. Or it's food that has been made.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Thanks for letting me pop up. I'll try and get it so everyone can see it and watch it properly. But
I follow you on this. Well, it was on my other. I think I've just followed one of you on my other account. I follow you on. I think I follow you already on this one because you were one of the first pages. Yeah, I do. You were one of the first pages I watched on the shit. But no, honestly, keep up the good work, innit? Keep fucking smashing those videos out.
No problem. I'll try. But yeah, just a shout out
she
to
always trip herself up, pet.
Yeah, she does. But just a shout out to like Alex in Secret Haven as well, because.
Oh yeah, Alex was the other one. Yes, I forgot about. Sorry, Alex, I forgot about you. I shouted the other two up, but didn't show you. And Alex, big up, Alex.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll keep trying. But yeah, thanks for letting me pop up, and I hope everyone's all right.
No worries, sweet. Thank you for popping up.
No problem. You'll have to drop me because I don't know how to do it.
No worries, sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless us, sweet.
Can I just say that was 100% feed draining out? Carly's ball, it's either yellow or green. It's never thick and milky looking like that. The only time Carly's drainage has ever looked thick and milky like that is when her tube's flipped and milk's coming out. So that again just proves that the NJ that she's apparently got in her intestines is not in her intestines, it's in her stomach, exactly where the drainage tube is as well. That was 100% feed. You could tell the colour, because like the feeds that you get for tube feeds, they're more like an off-white, they're like a yellowy white, exactly the colour that were coming out of her tube. That weren't tea draining out 5 hours later, that's bullshit and all. It had come straight out. Why would tea sit there? And then Monster. But how could Monster jump past the tea and drain out, but the tea just sit there and not. Yeah.
This is what I mean.
Fuck off.
This is what I mean. It's like one of those swirly straws in it, where you try and get the 2 drinks through at once, and you can't. You never will. She's currently upset because her mods have disappeared. Well, do you know what? I hope her mods have left her with nothing. I know they've walked away from her, but it's highly unlikely.
Someone's just said it's an NG and an NJ. I can tell by the tube. They're not NGs and NJs. They're both in her stomach. Not one of them is in her intestines at all.
Her dad is in this life. That's fine. Her dad can be in this life. Her dad and even herself are always more than welcome to their say. That's never been an issue. The dad's always been welcome in here. But I do believe the dad is half of the problem.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't go into her live, no, Emma, because as you've probably seen by the chat, everyone gets blocked. So when doing stuff like this, there's ways you have to do it. I very rarely get in people's boxes for the pure fact of a mob can kick me out. But if I get in there, then I can't carry on watching her because it means my accounts are going to get booted. But I do believe the dad is enabling her fully.
Someone's commented saying, seriously, you're picking on an ill girl. No one's picking on an ill girl. And if people want to go down that route about picking on an ill girl, go and watch what she said about my 4-year-old child.
Yeah,
then come back and tell me.
This is what I mean, putting shit like that on a child.
Fucking picking on an ill girl. There's fuck all wrong with her. It gets me mad when people say that.
You know what? It would be a little less bad, for example, if your child was 18, 20, 25. Do you know, if this was a fully grown adult, at least you could say she was going at an adult. But she hasn't. She's going for a baby.
No, she's gone for a 4-year-old that can't defend herself. And then there's people in here saying you're picking on an ill person. No, that we're not picking on an ill person. That's not what we're doing. It's raising awareness of the things that she's lied about and the things that she has done to other people.
Yep. She's a total con artist. Yes, she is. She has been a total con artist. She's had everyone on for the scam. And do you know what? I can't wait for the day, like, obviously most of us know anyway, but I can't wait for the day it's found out on a bigger scale that she actually, I think she'll sit there and go, oh, I admit I lied. No. There is a woman, however, who's, I don't know if she's an American woman, she might not be, but she says she's watched Kirsten, and so the woman herself used to be a woman that would lie about the astronomical things, and she said, I used to do it for attention. She hasn't done it no more. So I took the video with a pinch of salt as soon as she said that. So I thought, hold on. But she was displaying like what Kirsty had, and she went, I met loads of people like this, she went, but let me tell you now, she is nothing on them. She is awful. So apparently she's meant to be really bad. Because you report as if we're known. Well, this is the thing, yeah. That's the thing. Like, I said this to the one I was speaking to the other day. I said, keep your name and everything totally private and away from it. I said, because obviously you've got to protect yourselves. Sitting at home with a femo line. There's a Discord on people like her. What, like, you mean that lie? When you say that. No, she's not nice. She's picked on a kid. She's dishing out misinformation of advice. Why would you wish them all? No, exactly. When you've so clearly got these illnesses and you're proclaiming that this kid should get it. Yes, people who fake being ill. Ask Chronic Ill Health Club. Does not claim her. Listen, I know that, right? And I know someone commented on the thing, can we make sure like not all of us are seeing the same, and that's never the case that everyone's seeing the same. It's a case of that you guys, mostly from that community, have called out already what you already know and what she's lied about. She is not well, she says she is, but I believe she isn't, yes. But she has made a fucking mockery out of like any of yous in any of those communities that we should have mentioned earlier. Gypsy Blanchard was 24 pretending to be ill. Do you know about Gypsy Rose? She's a lot younger than that, wasn't it? And that was, well, that's a whole fucking saga and a half. We'll save her for another day, old Gypsy. She has 10k people just watching her put makeup on.
I like Gypsy.
She has the Munchausen syndrome. See, a lot of people say she's got Munchausen syndrome, but there are a lot of other things where it could be deemed pretty much the same or similar. Like, was it fictitious? Fictitious disorder, was it?
It's a new name for Munchausen.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. There was a few things we looked up the other day, and there's like about 10 names. I'd heard of about 3 myself.
I just got that bullshit.
That's exactly what she fucking is. She really is the amount of evidence I have on her. This is why girls think it's a good idea to pretend they get more attention. Well, listen, I wouldn't say, listen, you can't just say it's just girls that pretend to, like, illnesses and stuff like that. It happens across the board, unfortunately. There should be charges. Well, technically it's fraud by deception, but because it's social media and it becomes such a grey area, it is possible, but it's a fucking hell of a long process. A hell of a long process. Oh, big up, Tam, thank you. I think Gypsy will be the same as her mum, do you reckon? Be interesting to find out. Used to be somatization disorder as well. I like attention. Shut up, Smurf. You sound like Fatty So for fuck's sake. Fucking I like attention. Her mask is slipping more and more. Well, I want the mask ripped off. I can't lie. I don't like it just falling more and more. I want it ripped off. She's just like, he just called me Fatty So. Where's that pal? I need those numbers now. Don't, she fucking said something the other day. I was like, oh, you're fucking back, are you? You wonder what she does all day. She's probably sitting in the front room breakdancing. I can't wait to see what she's like. I've been so well. You have been well behaved tonight. I will give you that, Smurf. You really have. Which is unusual. She's put so much misinformation, she was making out it's illegal to carry naloxone. Yes, so we went through that video today. We did go through that video where she said it was legal and then it was like, no, it's not.
So she posted a video on her page as well about, it was apparent proof, and it was apparently a prescription of hers. And one of her seizure medications, bearing in mind, she's 25, Carly is 4. She is on the exact same dose as a 4-year-old. Surely it'd be on a lot higher at 25.
Yeah.
Because it goes off weight. And you're not telling me she's the same weight as Carly.
Definitely not.
You know, so
to me, it actually looks like, since she started doing all this a lot more, it actually looks like she's put on weight.
Yeah, if you go through some of her older videos, you can tell she's gained some weight.
Mm-hmm. She could be a breakdancer better than the Aussies at the Olympics. Fuck me. Don't tell her about the Paralympics. She'll be signing up in the next couple of years. Honestly, she'll be at it. What is it? she'll be on it as a mood stabiliser. No, she'll be reading medical dictionary. That is very true. I mean, we don't know. She could just sit here Googling this stuff all day long. What I don't understand is how she can pay for care you don't need and how they allow it. I think the thing is, with some healthcare services, when it becomes private, as long as they're getting their fucking money, they'll do their job. It's as simple as that. They will do their job. It doesn't matter if they believe you or not. If they're getting paid, they will just do their job. But I do agree. I don't think a lot of them believe there's probably anything fucking wrong with her. But, you know, if they don't stand by protocol, then they're going to end up in shit if anything happens, isn't it?
Someone's just said in the chat that medication for epilepsy don't go on weight. Like, it might not go off weight for adults, but it does for children.
Yeah.
They've always gone off Carly's weight for her medications. So I just wanted to say that.
Epilepsy goes to wait for my daughter. Maybe she takes the tubes out and then come in. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think she sits there with the tubes in all day. A lot of counselling info has loads. Career funded privately, can be anything. It's just helping. Literally, do you know what I mean? It could be like a net. Like, for example, she has people to come in to help her. All the people do is come and clean her place. That's literally it. Just come and tidy it up. The bits that she don't do. Someone in the box waiting, but oh, sorry. Let's get you in. Who is this? Hello. Sorry, I didn't see you in the box.
That's right. The one video where she said she sleeps through personal care, and then on the live stream she says, "I don't sleep when my carers are here."
Yeah. See, this is what I mean, though. This is what we were saying earlier. If she needs all this care that she says that she needs, why doesn't she have someone there 24/7? Why are the mods being called rather the mods being told to call the dad? Like, what the fuck's the dad gonna do? Like, surely you need a medical professional. Like, yeah, you're right, Benz. It's a constant contradiction with her, isn't it?
It is. She told me that the reason why she is supposedly paralyzed was because she had tumors going on her spinal cord.
Yeah. And then she said it was from brain damage in another video.
Yeah. And Charlie used to let her because her dad got she and her dad messaged out that she was gonna be paralyzed from the neck down.
So it was pre-planned that she was gonna be paralyzed from the neck down.
And I was like,
it turns out to just be waist down in the end.
Yeah. But for someone who's supposedly paralyzed from the waist down, they have a lot of control with their legs being able to hold their knees directly together and transfer so smoothly.
I don't know, medical conditions, yes, big them up. What's Chloe saying there? Sorry, I missed you, Chloe. What did you say? I don't know, is it just me or does people think you sound like Kirsten?
Oh no, I've got a tracheostomy.
She would definitely have a district nurse, but she doesn't. I just don't know why she's constantly checking her bloods. I mean, the amount of time she does feeds on live, is that normal?
The one time it was supposedly running. She had it clamped.
Right.
Yeah, she doesn't actually run feeds proper. She's never attached to a feed. And she says she's meant to be on 24, 48-hour feeds, but... well, not 48 hours, 22 to 24-hour feeds, but you never see her on them.
Right, yeah. I don't get why people's pay for her care, giving it as you don't need it, because it's private care, isn't it? It's one of those that these people still, like, whether you like or not, it's still their job, isn't it? They still have a duty of care whether they believe or
type 1 diabetic, and she would not be able to drink Monster if she... No, she wouldn't be. And
you know why she has the
with
type 1
parts-
diabetic, the type of fucking thing around her neck?
with parts, she
Um,
know they would make her heart rate increase.
Feeds run overnight, right, okay.
I don't know who. Thank you for spotting that comment about someone saying I sounded like Kirsten. I do not. I have an artificial airway.
Oh, bless you. So please, this is being discussed. Can I ask a question? How does she get these? So mods are buying
Bloody
them.
fucking buys them.
She's asking them on like Tubi pages, like on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, she got banned from the gastroparesis and intestinal failure group UK. She's got banned from that one because I'm in that same group. Never ever have I sent her anything. I know her address. She's very willing to give her address out.
But what she
very
wants.
willingly.
Yeah, as long as she gets what she wants, she'll give the address out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, see, there's a couple of people in here that are also in it. She's on every medical group going, and this is the thing, this is where it becomes a scary thing, and where does the line stop? Does it stop where she ends up offing herself through doing all this? Or does something serious end up happening? You don't know with what she's doing, do we? Do you know what I mean? It could be... I do believe it's more mental with her. I do
definitely.
believe it's down to the basis of you losing the younger sister. Now, I don't know how many years difference there would have been between them both. And I don't think it would have been that many years. I'm not 100% sure on that.
The fact that she said about you don't need A levels to train as a nurse. She's younger than me.
Well, I know my mate
And
when
she
she
said
was doing the
there
nursing.
there wasn't a thing called A levels.
I was going to say, she started at 16 working in the hospital herself and worked away and was fully a nurse. I think it was about, by the time she was 25, just short of 10 years.
She said she's younger than me and said, oh, at the school I was at, there was no such thing as A levels.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're younger than me.
Yeah, she's done all this shit. She's lived the life, as some would say.
Yeah, she has lived the life.
She just opens up a new account and please won't help her due to her mental health, and this is the issue. Also, with all these health conditions, she will struggle with occupational health. I know, right? Changes to choose way too much. Yeah, see, this is all we're saying. It's become draining on the old body, surely.
One of I'm gonna have to really word this really carefully. Cause I don't want it to be triggering to anyone in the comments.
Yeah.
But trigger warning for anyone in the comments. She caused one of my friends to be sectioned in a mental health unit because of actions that Kirsten had made the way Kirsten had treated her.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, she's for
Wait,
saying
what?
that. No, so we've whacked a few support numbers up there just in case anyone is affected by what's fucking gone on today. We've whacked it up there just to be on the safe side if anyone needs it.
LEG, I absolutely love that comment. The video said, my dad took my knickers. I fucking love that.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes, I have seen that video. And listen, I question the dad quite a lot, but I mean, I have seen that. Spine open is very legal and dangerous.
Yeah, supposedly some opioids are illegal. Bullshit.
That sounds very bright. Piss off, Smurf. Her dad's taking advantage, I think. Is that what you reckon? It's weird how he's talking to all the mods that are young and vulnerable, though. I know that for a fact. Well, she did say it. Something isn't right there, no.
Yeah,
And
she's not a registered nurse at all.
A prescription.
Because I did it, I searched her NMC number with her name. Nothing came up at all.
Not testing her NG tube is dangerous too. Could it be orchestrated by the dad because of his other child? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it could be a point they're on it together at this point.
We know for sure that one sibling, her sister, did pass away, but she claims she's lost another sister and a brother.
Yeah.
How true is that?
Not very true.
And there was no emotion at all.
Yeah.
The way she said it. I mean, I'm stupid. My J portion flipped not long ago. It's finally been replaced, and my feed was going straight into my stomach, straight into a bag.
Yeah.
And yeah, as Kirsty said earlier, you can tell what's bile and what is feed.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's she's not helping herself in any situation.
No, she's not. She needs to fucking write her lies down so she can't then contradict.
This is what I mean. It's like, because the thing is, she is a walking contradiction. Well, yeah, that's a good point. She's more like a wheelie contradiction, or a wheeling one.
Who's that comment off Jessica hinted at? Well, how about we all call you a liar like you're doing with Kirsten? Because I fucking hope to God it's not hinted at me.
What's that, Jessica? Well, how about we call you a liar?
I think it might be hinted Jessica, at me because someone said my voice sounded like Kirsten.
The big difference between all us in here, we all have proof of our medical history.
Yeah, I mean, I could turn my camera on, and you could see my neck.
I mean, imagine someone getting upset of like calling their fans or fucking creator of fucking Con a liar when it's proven to be true. I mean, listen, clearly that person does not have eyes and they clearly cannot hear at all.
Is anyone that is actual genuine friends of Kirsten's, and you're going to feedback, then feedback with the truth and don't bend the truth.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of them will bend the truth, even though the videos are out there, because there will still be people that will blindly support it. I've seen it only one too many times, unfortunately.
Cunts. Sorry, I have tics.
No worries.
So, and I literally just kind of ticked, so I just want to be like, just because I don't want to get you naned or you to have.
No, honestly, don't panic about me. I mean, I'm only on for another 10 minutes anyway, so we're all cool. I wouldn't worry. We're fine. We've managed to keep it. We're all right. We're safe.
Yeah, I was gonna join earlier, but my nurse was in, and that kind of we hadn't seen each other for a while, so we.
Like someone just said, don't worry, I say much worse, so you're absolutely fine.
Red Wolf, yes.
Yes, Red Wolf.
Totally agree.
I actually don't know the ins and outs, but they're both dodgy, and that's the thing, Gracie. Like you said, it is complex. We don't know the full ins and outs, but either way, what they're projecting online is all very fucking weird.
Yeah. Oh, there was one, I can't remember how long ago it was. I think it came in like roughly around when her dad said, oh, her recent EEG was 2 weeks ago, but Kirsten had also said around the same time that she's allergic to the EEG glue they put on your head.
Yeah.
I was quite nearly almost choking on my own secretions, laughing so hard at that.
So, I'm just going to ask you a question, Little Miss Illness. Before I come off for the night, I will drop you a follow, by the way. But I take it you didn't know to the extent, like, that things were going on. Sort of lies, but she can't. She's addicted. And that's the thing, any attention in it is good attention, bad attention, no attention. Let me just follow you back, sweetie. Yeah, I'll follow you back and I'll drop you a message and that. Not a clue. All right, I'll drop you a message after I come off. I'll be off in the next time.
If her dad's joined, then so be it. Her dad can join.
You know she's been caught out, but still at it, and that's the thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
That's the thing, caught in the fucking act.
That's why she does most of her life private now.
Yeah.
I mean, if she wanted to, one of my friends, some stupid twat who hasn't got anything better to do, says, "Oh, you fuck off." Oh.
Yeah.
Has made a tattle page on my friend, so we've taken the group conversations off TikTok Live and taken it to WhatsApp and Discord because we don't go live to receive hate.
Yeah.
Woo!
I would do anything for my Reggie to be healthy. She is mocking the illness. And this is the thing, is it Reggie Roo Crew? That's the thing, isn't it? Like, when you notice things, especially for you guys, it'll be worse for you than someone like me, because some of you guys will either be in this situation or have people in the situation. I mean, I personally don't have anyone in this situation, so, do you know, to me, it doesn't make me, what's the word that I'm looking for? It doesn't shock me, so to speak. Like, do you know what I mean? It's where people that generally have this problem would find it a lot more tough.
Yeah. She's making it harder for all of us within the chronic illness community and parents of children with chronic illnesses to actually seek help and get the correct treatment without being gaslit and mistreated.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. She is making it very difficult for you all, and it does give you all a bad name. Like, I can't lie. It doesn't make you all look good, does it?
As me and Kirsty.
It's a shame because one person. I was to say, one person's making a whole community or whole communities look fucking stupid, when actually the only stupid one is her, Kirsten.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's really fucking baffling, I tell you. And then she went for a child. Like, what the fuck? She went for a fucking child.
She doesn't care who the hell she goes for.
Yeah.
At all. Does she, Kirsty? She doesn't care who the fuck she
doesn't,
goes for.
and she'll always make sure she goes for someone's vulnerable points.
Oh,
There's a comment here saying, according to Kay, I'm lucky to be on TPN for intestinal failure because she can't have it. Being on TPN isn't lucky. TPN is so dangerous.
Yeah,
and it's not something anyone wishes for, ever. Yeah. So I don't know how she can say that someone's lucky to be on TPN, because they're not lucky, because unfortunately they've run out of options for that person.
And
that's hard for them. So how could that even be unlucky? Carly were on TPN for quite a while when she were a baby because we couldn't feed her.
She claims.
And she got sepsis and all sorts, did Carly. It's not lucky at all. That's an awful thing to say. Because TPN is literally a last option. There's nothing else after that. That's awful.
Kirsten claims she was on TPN as a baby because she was so premature. I don't call 32 weeks premature.
Yeah, she went. Yeah, she said she were in Great Ormond Street for 5 years on TPN. Not one scar, nothing like that. No bruise.
That's be bullshit. Like, along with the rest of her fucking lies that's happened all her life, and God knows what.
But she hasn't got this. She hasn't got. Because unfortunately, because she always wears quite wide neck tops, she hasn't got. It's visible to see the scars. Oh, thank you for the hand heart.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? It's just a whole fucked up situation. I'm just going to apologise. People that are waiting in the box, I'm not letting no one more in the box tonight, but tomorrow don't hesitate to come and get in the box. Just because I didn't think it would be as long as it is, but it's like we say, it's a lot more complicated than it is, and this ain't going to be the end discussion of it either, by far from it.
See, and I think what it is with Kirsten, like, because she blocks everyone, she's jealous.
Yes.
She's jealous, and I'm not being funny, but you've got to be sick to be jealous of a poorly 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Why would you be jealous of, even like jealous of a child, not even just jealous of a child, but jealous of anyone with an illness? Like, why would you want that?
Well, this is what I mean. Why would you wish it on a child? Why would you want it?
Exactly. I'd do anything to take it away from Carly. I'd do anything for her to live a normal life. Now, she'll never live a normal life. She lives the best life.
Oh, she really does.
But she'll never live what we class as normal.
Yeah.
But she has the best little life, bless her. She's the happiest little girl, and she doesn't have a care in the world.
She really is.
She looks very happy. Do you know? She looks very happy and loved and cared for. It's something no one can take away.
Is. But again, I'd take everything away from her in a heartbeat if I could. But obviously I can't.
Definitely.
So for someone to wish for that, it's awful. Especially seeing how much Carly's suffered in the last 4 years with these illnesses. It's just to wish to have them. If she had them and realised the symptoms and everything that you go through and the pain and the heartbreak of them, she won't wish she had them.
Yeah, see, do you know what? Listen, you've got a beautiful little girl, and you're doing a fucking brilliant job. Bollocks to hear what she says, because you know, Kirsten, you've done a smashing job. And listen,
please don't call me Kirsten again.
That was a complete accident.
I take highly offence to that.
You are, Kirsty. You're doing an absolutely amazing job. You're fighting for.
I'm called Kirsty, not Kirsten.
At least I'm getting your name right.
No.
At least I'm getting your name right.
Well, yeah. At least Alicia can get my name right. Yeah, no, don't call me. No, not again. Not again. Not again.
Oh, bless you. Right, my love. Thank you for joining the box. I will be back on tomorrow night, and like I say, it's not the end of the discussion. We will carry the discussion on because it won't be the end of Kirsten, that's for sure, because she will carry on. So we will be back roughly same time tomorrow night, give or take a little bit. But much appreciated for you getting in the box. Thank you, Carly's Fight Suite, and thank you, Alicia. Much appreciated, and everyone else that got in the box. Thank you.
I'll drop down now.
No worries, sweet. Thank you. I'll drop down.
I'll drop down as well.
Speak to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Right, guys. So that is pretty much like most things up to speed. Like I say, people that knew more about it were happy to go in like depths with the illnesses and stuff and medical side of stuff. Me, I just want to expose that the pure fraud that she is, and I hope some of you can see whether she's the fraud or not. It's all down to you, make your own mind up. She is on, yes. Much love to you all. And by the way, for any of the subs, if you're subs in here, we do have a Discord for you. Should you all want to talk to each other and mingle with each other, you all can just message me, just tell me you are the sub, and I'll send you the Discord link. Should you want it? But thank you to every single one of you for staying, listening, having your input. We'll be back tomorrow night pretty much with a part 2, I imagine. But thank you, absolutely every single one of you. It's much appreciated. It's sub only the Discord, so if you're a sub, you can get the Discord link. But much appreciated to each and every single one of you. I am now off to bed because it's like 1:20 in the morning for me. But much love. God bless. Good night. Sleep well. Bye. See you later, guys. Take care.